from the basement of Geek Public Radio and the bowels of the internet. That's right, it's Friday night. That means it's the Mancave right here on Geek Public Radio.
I don't know which one to try first.
Oh man,
there's alcohol plenty.
This one's found its home.
He's like, it lives right here.
Hey, you know, if you do that and don't hold it, it falls.
Shut up.
Let me know when you're done doing that. So
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm undone.
So this is the Man Cave.
Yes.
I don't know what that is. It smells good.
That's strawberry.
I ain't tried that one yet.
And we're here passing the bottle like we normally do. Bill has brought in a whole bunch of goodness.
Mine.
Well, I have like a partial bottle of.
Is that Nanner?
No, this is pear.
That's
Okay.
pear. I'm used to the pear.
The new lighter pink one. What? Is the strawberry?
Yep.
That's
Getting ready. Yeah.
I know what this one is. Mine.
Dragon's blood. And it's getting. I bottled the Dragon's blood. The strawberry will be probably on the Roku channel. With me bottling it.
Yeah, because
Damn it.
here
I forgot
soon.
the stuff.
The stuff. That's alright.
Here soon, I have to edit the document for it, but everything is ready to go to get the very first episode, the limit drop,
Yeah.
up on the Roku channel. So, like
Nice.
the actual way to make the limit drop at home.
Why would you want to give that away? That's God in a bottle.
Give what
Listen,
away?
The recipe.
He's spreading religion. Leave him
Right,
alone.
listen,
All right, Jim Jones.
it's all about sharing.
You weren't here last week. Did you hear the show?
Have you
any?
tried the Dragon's blood?
No, I have not.
You need to try that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Try
No,
it.
you don't. Don't try it.
You're not getting it back.
I got another
That's
full
what
bottle
he said.
here. But
That's good.
Nanners likes it.
which one?
The Dragon's Blood.
The Dragon's
She's
blood.
over there tonight.
I think the Dragon's Blood and your banana are the two most wildly wanted.
Yeah. And I've started saving more fruit to do the two.
That strawberry's got a bite to it.
Yeah.
That must be higher in alcohol than all the others.
Yeah. Yeah.
It burns.
Yeah.
But
Burns us.
But it's burning.
it burns the precious.
It burns. It's like you take a drink and you go smooth.
Today, before we get into talking
Drinking?
about this stuff,
Too late.
we joined. For those of us who actually made it to the Anderson on Tap,
Oh God, dude!
He was
I-
busy and
I
I,
wanted
had
to
a
go.
bank issue.
Somebody rear-ended the wife, and
She
Oh, no,
with
we
the
under-
poor hair.
she was effed up. And
we understand, but I totally would have rated my HSA to go. You know.
I don't have an HSA. Oh, yes, I do.
If they keep
And
having
you had
it on the
access
same
to it.
weekend,
I did have
I'll probably
access
never
to
be
it.
able to go.
well, you
Because
never
they
know.
decided that the first weekend after Memorial Day is going to be the Humphrey Reunion from now on.
Oh, there you go.
So, but we went and joined the Indiana on Tap, which is a taste membership group, whatever, that offers for a small fee. It offers like $1,100 worth of free stuff, like beer, growlers, like all that stuff. And we put some of it to the test today. We got like 4 free growlers and 3 free flights and from different places. So
I'm surprised little Sonny's not up here, knowing we have a plethora of
He's down
beverages.
at the bar.
oh yeah, we built a bar
right.
this week in the location where we're at. We have I don't know what we have votes for calling it the Hobbit Hole. We have votes for calling it the Hammered Dwarf,
I think we can call it the sloppy dwarf.
the Sloppy.
The sloppy
The
door.
sloppy.
Yeah.
Sloppy doors.
I like that one.
So
I'm okay with the sloppy.
my wife
dwarf.
came up with like the Iron
Oh,
Maiden, and I was like,
no.
I'm not sure if we want to go that direction.
That's copyrighted, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Drunk,
Well, I
fat,
mean-
and
Yeah.
stupid.
Huh? Drunk, fat, and stupid?
That's my vote.
Drunk, fat, and stupid is
Nice.
no way to go through life, son.
Yeah, it is.
Mr.
It's-
Blutowski.
I like
It's
0.0.
It's worked for me so far. I mean,
I'm telling you, that's the way to go. Drunk, fat, and stupid. It covers all of us.
Well, I'm halfway there. I got 2 of the 3.
oh, we got enough bottles here. You
I'm
can
working
probably
on the
get rid of
drunk, yeah, I
3
know.
of the 3.
So,
But,
but yeah, we got the bar downstairs has 4 growlers full of drinks at the moment. We have a cooler full of drinks at the
How the hell's
moment.
it downstairs if we're in the basement?
Right.
It's in the
It's
basement.
in the sub.
Secondary basement.
It's in the sub basement.
It's in the sub basement.
The subcockle area, maybe even
How
in the
about, how about
colon.
we're in the sub basement and it's above us? Somebody's phone is on
That's me.
silent.
Hey, remember,
Tell
run
the wife
silent,
you're
run
on,
deep.
you're on the air.
No, it's somebody else.
And she better be listening.
Everybody you know is here. Wait, that's you. Never mind. You know everybody.
I would say everybody here, we don't have that much room in Ellick.
Somebody, Bill knows this, Pat remembers it too, on Facebook brought up the old Chappie.
Oh my God.
And I told him, and I didn't realize it until after I got married. But the story, it's a Yamaha Chappie. It was a little bit bigger than a moped, and that's what me and my brother had. My brother used it mostly. Come to find out after I got married, we're looking through pictures, old pictures of Angie's grandma's.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I know that thing. She's like, what? And I was like, I didn't know your grandpa, my wife's grandpa, owned that before us.
Are
Oh,
you
wow.
shitting me?
No,
Talk
not at all.
about a small...
It's a small world.
Yeah,
That
well,
Chappie ended with me.
Did it?
Good Lord.
The Chappie was awesome.
Sam asked me what we did with it, and I couldn't remember.
It died a horrible, horrible death.
I thought you guys still had it in your
No,
barn.
my dad bought it.
I think he did.
Or your dad gave it to my dad,
Something, yeah.
and I got a hold of it, and then I used to ride it from my house to Libby's house. Well, his house now to Libby's mom's house to go see her,
Yeah.
and then we'd ride it everywhere, and then we wrecked it a lot, and then she wrecked it a lot, and then I think my dad sold it or gave it away to some dude it didn't even run.
Yeah, well, he asked me, and I was like, I don't know what happened to it after us, because I really couldn't remember.
Because when we were done with it and I killed it, the gas tank leaked, the engine leaked, it would barely stay running, and at that point in time, we didn't have...
That thing was pretty awesome, though.
He's throwing shit at me. Need one more.
Bad Dad Brewery. Cool.
Thank you.
These are...
Stop throwing shit at me. Now you hand it to me.
Oh, we drove by the Brew Burger today. They actually got outdoor seating.
Nice.
And
Burger?
Brew.
Oh, Brew Burger.
Where's that at?
Noblesville.
Noble Tucky.
The only one I knew of was downtown on Mass. And the day I didn't go down there to work's the day they decided to go to lunch there.
Oh, yeah?
And I asked, how was it? And I asked the one guy I worked with, I said, how was it? He said, well, I had to bring my wife back the next day, if that tells you anything.
Well, it wasn't
He went
Wes,
home
because
and
if it
bragged
was
to her.
Wes, he'd have a picture of it.
Right,
Nice.
it'd be all over Facebook.
But
I am pretty excited from like the reports and things I've read that we're supposed to be getting a Five Guys in Muncie.
Oh, that'd be nice.
because right now,
No, it wouldn't.
exit 210 is the closest.
Yeah, it's supposed to be right across from the Rural King,
Oh, yeah.
where that tanning place is.
Yeah.
That's
tan,
empty.
Tan you very much, or whatever.
No, that's
it was?
on the other side. That's the...
Oh, by
Oh.
the McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And
What was-
so it's going to be like McDonald's, the tanning place, and the car repair place.
What's in the old Show Me's?
It turned into like a Jane Pauley's
Health
clinic or
Pavilion,
something.
yeah.
That damn bitch is everywhere.
She's in town.
Yeah.
She employs a lot of people.
So I'm hoping they get it put in there because that'll be like,
Dude, we'll be
hey,
300
look,
pounds.
do-do-do-do-do.
Because if you get a Five Guys in Muncie, and we get the gyros at the old Dairy Queen, and then we get the Arby's and the pizza place there behind the point,
Yahtzee.
we're missing a Taco Bell.
Can't get one here.
I
They've
know,
tried.
they drove it out.
Listen, I'm telling you that empty space next to McDonald's would be an awesome place to put one of those like twofer restaurants.
Like
Does
KFC, Taco
PepsiCo-
Bell, or...
That PepsiCo do, like yeah, like
Long John Silver's Taco Bell or Long
Yeah.
John Silver's KFC.
What's
or
that one in
KFC.
Anderson?
A&W.
Oh, I think
A&W
A&W.
KFC, yep.
Yeah.
Originally speaking, I think that when McDonald's went in there, they...
Changed it from a Hardee's.
Yeah, but they said that they would go in
If,
only if that empties on the side, that they wouldn't develop anything else next to it.
well, let's put it this way. Let's say that deal falls through and somebody builds something because they've got more money than the people that own it from Portland.
Right.
And they build a Taco Bell there. Are they going to leave? They're going to close up shop and leave it?
Well, then that means Hardee's can come
Hardee's
back
will
in.
swoop right. You mean Carl's Jr. will swoop right back in?
Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr. Yeah. I saw a shadow. Maybe I thought he was here. But
Rooming.
hey, before I forget about it, there was a story. I know this happens with Metal and Madness, so you can tell Little Sonny because he's around here somewhere. But his man, Alex Jones, was actually almost arrested in the airport in California because he was chasing after Bernie Sanders.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Bernie Sanders, Alex Jones was literally running to ask Bernie Sanders some questions. If you guys don't know who Alex Jones is, Google him. That's all you need to finish the night.
Yeah.
Right, and you'll be there for like
That
the
dude
next
is crazy.
5 hours.
Well, kind of like the ladder with Crowder.
Yeah.
Yeah, go sits on a college campus. I'm pro 2A, change my mind.
Dear God.
What?
That's good.
No, I've been chomping at the bit because he told me that I couldn't touch something for 5 days.
Couldn't touch?
Yeah, they'll let it sit in the refrigerator for 5 days. Before.
Yeah.
I'm glad you explained something in the refrigerator because
Pet touch. I need an adult.
Because
Is that why Sonny's moving a little slower right now?
we
5 days is that, or
we made for the Roku channel. We made lemon drops, and I have a mason jar sitting in the refrigerator that I can't touch for another 3 days.
I got one for you for the Roku channel. We could finally rack off that shit I'd never bring you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like, it's ready to go.
We just I
I
got the thing.
gotta
we'll
bring it.
Yeah, we'll just throw it in the
Ferrari?
whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
No, that's not the Ferrari.
Corvette.
The Ferrari is the Corker.
Oh, okay. But, no, every time I go near that cabinet, I have flashbacks of the raccoon throwing a can of soup at me. I have PTSD from the raccoon. But no, it's so you've got 3 days left on your
before you can touch it.
before you can drink it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you can drink it. It's just going to be taste
A little
a
sour.
whole lot better if you just let it sit.
That is the one you brought back a week later. It was a lot different and a lot more.
Well,
Yep.
we may break into it on Sunday.
I'll tell you the truth though. When
I might give in and be like, "Here, Heather, happy
birthday."
Some.
when first time I had the lemon drop, it was great. It was fantastic. But when he brought it back again the week later, I feel like this guy's on the Gatorade commercial. So smooth.
I just know it's good both times.
God, it was good.
Right? It was delicious. You
didn't
don't need
really
qualification. It's delicious.
That's like the first time you discover masturbation. I invented this. This is great.
All right.
Why didn't anybody tell me about this?
And then you get it the second time, and you're like, it's even better.
Right. What did we end up calling the series that I'm
Hillbilly libations.
Hillbilly
Hillbilly
Libations?
libations. All right.
And it's
On
like
Roku,
what guaranteed something or other. It's pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Pretty bad that the only Roku TV I have in the house is in the 5-year-old's room.
And you bought a new TV upstairs and it come with Roku.
Nice.
That's what hers did. Or
Yep.
It's actually Bobby's, but you might as well say it's hers because she claims the room.
Yeah, she got like employee. She got some award at work. I was like, wow, what'd you get? $50 gift card. Oh, that's sweet. What'd you buy? $160 TV. Math don't add up, but
5, 6. You're in the hole. That's nice. Guaranteed with Bill. Hey, you know Anthony
Authentic,
Bourdain died,
guaranteed.
right? See, there's a spot opening on the Food Channel.
no, he wasn't on the Food Channel no more.
Anthony
I know he's in
Bourdain?
like the Travel
I
Channel.
can't remember which one he was on now, but
Fuck it, you guys can tour and travel and make beer. You can go to the
Yeah.
Philippines and get some Philippine stuff, then bring it back and make routine.
Oh, speaking of special orders,
Time out for a second.
Yeah.
You could get you and Jimmy in your overalls and go to the Philippines.
Jesus.
the special order is in.
Somebody keep
Your
President
special order or
Trump on
mine?
dial.
Your special order.
Yeah.
The whore came in. Sex robot.
Sex robot. No.
Real doll?
I did.
Blow up sheep. It's in.
brass door knockers.
It's only been tested once. Oh.
Brass cock knocker.
How do you tell when the sheep's full? His nose runs.
No. I ordered some hibiscus flowers.
Bill just powers through.
And
What the hell is hibiscus flowers got? Is that what you feed the sheep?
That's what you can use to keep them quiet
Oh,
while they're chewing. Come here.
it's like catnip.
That's right.
Ooh, hibiscus.
Is that hibiscus? What is that?
So you got the hibiscus in,
Yep.
and
And
you got
the hops.
the hops.
And we're going to go on a little
it's
mead,
full of hops.
right? Mead venture. is
Anthony
what we're
Bourdain is
gonna
on
call it.
CNN now.
He's dead.
He was.
I was going to say he's dead.
And that's never mind.
We're going to go on a mead venture.
Please tell me.
Oh, that's what I wondered. I knew it was something, but I couldn't remember what it was for.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
for the Viking blood.
Please
Vikings
tell me,
blood.
though, with
Now,
that
hibiscus is a
channel-
flower.
Yeah.
With that channel, that there are banjos in the background at the beginning.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
there is.
all right.
On the break, I'll actually show you the intro.
Yeah. It was like he showed me like the intro and everything and like the music, and I was just like, yeah, I can get on board with that.
I got in trouble.
Already?
We just started.
She can't listen. She's rebooting her computer.
I said her math works. Her math works fine. She was planning on getting one no matter what. We just said
And,
$50.
What was it? What's his name that came out with you guys? Doug, Don, Don.
Older guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had him try some of the different stuff, and
Yeah, he totally said I can't drive home now for like an hour because I'm trying all this
Well,
stuff.
Deanna was over at the house. Nanners was, and
Laundry day?
no, we fed her a steak, and
Oh, okay.
but
Well, I'd come over too if you're gonna feed me steak.
Naz and I ended up working late because me and my guy had to fix her twice before we could come home.
oh Jesus,
Yeah, but I said, you try it? She said, oh yeah, it was really good. I said, now you realize that's not normal wine, right? She said, yeah, Dad, that's why I stopped at one glass.
Or else I'd have 3 and then be totally blotto.
right? But I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. You know, I want something that when you sit down to drink it, you know, you kind of lose some inhibitions and
You have
Yeah.
a good time.
you have a good time and you know,
Which
you
is
kinda-
okay till the fat kid gets naked.
right.
One time! One time!
Yeah, which is why I'm probably going to call the strawberry stuff the pink panty dropper.
Yep.
Because it's hard enough, but it's still kind of like sweet and tasty. That after a few glasses of this, the panties don't drop. There's something wrong.
That's because you done passed out. She went from A to B or A to C, skip B.
Right. But no, just that's really good. The Dragon's Blood turned out
Great.
awesome.
That is great.
Pear's still good. I
Right.
still like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I think that's Angie's favorite.
Then come this fall, you know, I'll be grabbing a couple more bushels. That one's right there.
I'm hiding it. I'm taking it home.
Do you need a sip, buddy?
I always need a sip.
Dude, that's the strawberry, man. It's got a
That
bite.
that one's there's more of
Yeah.
a bite to that one than the rest of them, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's higher in alcohol, is what he said.
Yeah, it is very, very much higher on alcohol.
Now, is that
than
just
the
because of the strawberries or the sugar content of them, or
Could be.
Yeah.
More
You
sugar.
know, it's a funny thing because I use the same amount of sugar for the Dragon's Blood as I did the strawberry.
yeah, and it
Yeah, but there's more sugar and strawberries in there, inside the strawberries themselves.
now is the sugar the determining factor, or is it the yeast that's the determining factor on the alcohol content?
And the kind of both. Because like the yeast I use is good for 19% alcohol.
Which I think you got.
Yeah, probably.
You know, it all depends on when the kind of the yeast kind of loses its steam. So with like this stuff, it kind of lost its steam
Early,
and
not early. I mean, it's still got
it's still got a kick to it, but
but not like the strawberry.
yeah. So you know, but that is somebody else's recipe. Where the strawberry is my recipe.
You just
You
sort
know.
of slap it together and see what happens.
Yeah.
You went Dr. Jekyll on it.
Pretty much. It's like, okay, well, I know when I make grape wine or when I made the pear, I used X amount of sugar. I use this yeast, and I use these additives. And
how many bags of berries do you need?
All of them
to make dragon's blood.
all of
We
them.
pulled.
Because I got a feeling that's what I'm like buying at the grocery store tomorrow.
I'm just saying, when Chetty used the grapes off our vine,
It was like 10 pounds.
it was 10 pounds and made 5 gallons.
Yep. So that
But
much.
those grapes were great.
Yeah.
Well, she
that
just
turned
heard
out good.
That
And-
grapevine's been there forever and a day, though.
Almost 100 years.
Yeah, it's
And as soon as I get a spot made, I have some like rooting hormone where I can go over and take a start off of their grapevine.
Yep.
And
put some rooting hormone on it, and it will start roots, so I can start my own grapevine off of theirs.
I know there's the people up on the corner. You come up the alley behind my house, and you come up to the T where the giant ass pumpkins are.
Yeah.
They've
Right there
rebuilt
on
that
the right.
grapevine right there,
I saw that.
and that has been there for.
Ever.
No, okay, I don't know much about this, and maybe Mick could, if he listens, because he's the botanist, pretty much.
Well, right now he's in the middle of finals, so
He's probably not listening.
yeah,
listening.
he'll listen. He actually listens a lot to the podcast.
So maybe he
Yeah.
could tell us that when you take your starter off the vine,
Yeah.
will those grapes, once it taste just as good as the ones...
How
They'll
did Nick
taste
get to the
exactly
botanist part?
He went to school for it.
Did he?
I think it was just one of those things that
Interesting. So he took some
it was
classes.
interesting.
It was like Marine Sniper takes botany.
Yeah,
right? I think it was just
Yeah,
one of those
killer
things. Yeah.
Feed me, Seymour, back!
Feed me,
Back!
Seymour. But I think it was just one of those things. It's like once you get out of the Marines, it's just like I want to do something totally
different.
I
understand that.
and that just kind of like interested him,
Oh, shit.
and he just kind of followed it. But
That's an Elwood.
the
Who's that?
Elwood, I don't know.
the oh wow,
There's shit bouncing
I
off
was
the car.
I was watching Milford's live from Poison last night.
Milford? The
No,
bad thing about it is only 4 of us know who that is.
but the if I get a start off your grapes, it'll be the exact same because, like DNA wise, it'll be the exact same plant.
grape. Yeah, you're cloning.
I just,
You're going against God's will.
I just didn't know if it would taste this or just as rich because it's coming off the same 100-year-old vine and it
Yeah.
been transported. I didn't know.
I mean, it should. I mean,
yeah, because when they take the cut, it should, from whatever point that it detached, it should have everything that vine did up to that point.
Now,
Yeah.
the way I understand it, though, that's like I don't know a whole lot about wine, but say there's a 1995 certain kind, and it sells for $2,000 a bottle. But if you go buy a 96, you can get it for $100 because the growing season with the grapes determines the taste.
yep,
Right.
Well, I know they said that when Napa Valley burnt, the year before will be the most expensive bottles they have,
yeah,
and then the year after will be almost just as much
and
because
there's-
it's restarting pretty much.
And there's like a big, like I read an article. It's like there's like a big how do you do about the whole like wine industry, how everything's coming to like the same exact standards. Like if you get this wine from this part
One cup.
of the world, it's going to taste like this no matter what vineyard puts it out.
Mm-hmm.
And some people are kind of like rebelling from that and starting to do like what I'm doing, where they just kind of like take the grapes.
Now, I seen one once, and I don't know if it makes a difference, but they keep a section of the grapes at the vineyard, and they wait for. It's basically like a frost wine.
Yeah.
They wait till
ice wine.
Yeah, they wait till the grapes, and then they go out and they
Freeze.
pick them.
Yeah. Ice wine.
Okay.
The freezing. The grape wine that I make is basically kind of an ice wine because I take the grapes when they're soft and I freeze them.
Yeah.
And then I make my wine with them. So it's basically kind of like an ice wine because the freezing actually like breaks the structure of the grape down, and releases the sugar, so it gives it like a different flavor.
Okay, that's what. But they like I said, I seen it. They waited till they froze on the vine, and then went and picked them.
Yeah.
I was supposed to ask when you're gonna have room to make it because she wants to pick up the damn berries this weekend because I think she wants to take 5 gallons to Gatlinburg. Or you're turning into an alcoholic. One of the two.
You need to have your wife go somewhere because that's bad. She's got it figured down to a science. If we make it by this time, we can take it here.
No, we will have plenty of tasty beverages to take to Gatlinburg.
Wait a minute.
But no, she's seriously talking about getting the berries this weekend. So
yeah, because
as soon as you can make something, we're supposed to
this dragon's blood is bottled. We have like 20 bottles.
Can I have like 5?
We've reserved some of them.
You got one?
Hey, we totally have a bar to stop.
We're reserving several of those to take to Gatlinburg, along with the strawberry.
I forgot.
And the blueberry, then the grape will be done by then. So we're
set.
We're fine.
We're good.
Kids,
that's
go
why
play.
If you bring lemon drop off, forget about all the damn wine. So it doesn't matter.
What wine? Where's Brian? He's running around outside.
And
fat kid got naked.
And
where's Pat? He's chasing him. He's slowly taking his clothes off as he runs after him.
If Pat brings his stuff over to distill, I have stuff to distill.
We're set.
Yeah,
I will bring it tomorrow.
Yeah,
give me a call. We ain't doing nothing.
Okay,
I'll come out there.
I don't
you
know
want to go
what.
shoe shopping with me? Because my bear dog ate shoes.
Yeah. Oh, the only thing we got planned tomorrow is grocery shopping.
It might be next weekend before I can distill because this weekend my plans are suburban.
At least it'll be out of the house.
I thought you had the horse show thing tomorrow.
Yes,
but I did forget. Kylie just texted me and she says you're not considering the dirt in your grape science.
The
different dirts.
True.
Science daughter.
That's like Vidalia onions. They've got to be from Vidalia, Georgia area because of the soil.
The soil.
They won't taste the same anywhere else.
Leave it to me to have a bachelor in science daughter.
No, that's cool. I mean,
no, you lucked out on that one.
She got her mom's brain, not mine. She's got my sense of humor.
There, you totally
She got screwed.
Well, and that's like poor Shelbster. Like she, I hope she's like smart like Heather, but Heather's just like every once in a while she'll open her mouth. She's like, you jump right out of her mouth. I'm like, what?
Well, kids pick up off their parents. We've noticed that. Bobby is not mine. But I pretty much raised him because he's been there since he's been, a kid. And he'll say something, and Libby will look at me, and she goes, "I blame you." What?
All your kids?
That's all, Brian.
Do you need a snort of that?
Yes.
The Yingling Black and Tan is pretty good, but not compared to.
Oh, excuse me. She's a biologist.
That's the difference. I mean.
I slipped at a Holiday Inn Express once,
but I don't see a whole lot of difference in soil.
It's Ellick to Ellick. I mean, it's not like Ellick going to Georgia.
Yeah.
Well, technically,
that's clay. Going from Georgia or Indiana dirt to Georgia clay.
Well, technically, if you look at the Indiana soil maps, which I had to do repeatedly.
If my phone blows up because of this conversation, I'm going to kill you.
There is several.
I can tell you right now
there are several types of soils in Indiana.
When you go down 69, they had the walls like that, and one of them gave way.
Right,
and that was every bit of that was red clay.
Damn it!
Oh no, you'll have
just south
clay.
of Bloomington. It's just red clay.
You'll have silt. You'll have a silty loam, which is more of a.
Indiana is sort of weird. We was working around Bloomington area. And
then you have sand.
We're putting stuff through there, and the guys come out from the water company. They said, "Are you guys running over?" I said, "Yeah, just down to here and then coming over here." Why? He said, "Because we finally had." He said, "We put a water line down through there." He said, "We finally had to come out and have them dynamite it." He said, "Because
you hit bedrock."
Because they brought an excavator with a ram on it, and they blunted the tips after a half hour. It wouldn't break. Students come from IU and tested it and said that is pretty much the hardest rock known to man, and it should not be in Indiana.
No, I believe it.
Topher?
What?
She says that's where you're wrong, and then one day I'll teach you about dirt.
Well,
No, don't just
no.
stop.
We haven't got there yet because it hasn't been a minute yet.
What is she
We
talking
haven't
about then? I don't know. Who cares?
I'm gonna say
I can show you how to make
She'll
dirt
teach
in the
you.
mud.
I can turn around and show you the soil maps of all of Indiana.
She argues like my mother. She argues like my mother.
But I was saying is like you do have areas that are big clay areas, and a lot of that will hold water. Where you're looking at like when those fields that become pools when it rains.
Because it's the clay after about, you get a foot of topsoil and it's all clay
And
underneath.
it's all clay underneath, so everything holds up.
I'm about to have her to walk up here and see what the hell she's talking about. Because like you said, it's a minute delay.
Yeah. So you got that, and then you got like the silty loam, which is kind of a bubbly.
But that's all in caps.
You get down around Columbus and
Then you get
Seymour, it's a sand clay mix.
and then you get into the alluvial soils, which are all sandy,
I heard that pop.
sandy clays, and,
bone on bone.
sand and whatnot.
All I know is I couldn't get a board back one day down in Greenwood, and we call it sugar sand. It's
You'll
just
forget about the
a
pain.
layer of really fine sand that water rushes through it. It is like a river running through the
I
sand.
think
I don't know what the actual name is it for, but
We
A
know
lot of
Kylie's
those
listening.
sands, stuff like if you're looking like high, or just all
this
alluvial.
was down 13, 14 feet. I mean,
how we
down a
went
good,
from
pretty good ways.
Talking
but
about alcohol, now we're talking about
But
dirt.
dirt.
I know a
Hey,
little bit
blame
about
his
dirt.
daughter because
No. Blame him because Brian deals with dirt.
Every damn
Every
day.
day.
Kylie's just
Every
listening.
day.
I did for 10 years and can't do it anymore.
I'm being yelled at. I'll just let you know this.
Okay, here's the thing. We can bring it right back in because the stuff I added to the water today to keep the sand from falling in the hole is the same shit he does as puts in his wine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the clay?
The
Yep.
clay? That's the stuff that you can
Yeah.
actually eat. And
Bentonite.
it'll make you lose weight.
Bentonite?
Bentonite clay.
Yeah.
Because they use that in...
That stabilizes
that's
the
how-
it'll stabilize a hole.
And if you...
and nobody wants a loose hole.
Right?
It depends. What kind of mood you're in. To tell you the truth,
Sometimes
a loose
you don't
one
wanna-
works a whole lot better with my work than it does one that's going to get tight on me.
Can you feel that? I can if you make circles.
Here, there's a bentonite in it. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
No,
No, bentonite acts as a stabilizer and a lubricant.
which is...
I know Jim said he wanted me to drink a glass of it a day.
Wow. But, no, the bentonite...
Help me lose weight.
Mike
It's
got
like,
Mountain Dew on the way home. I didn't point it out to Jim because I didn't hear the speech about how Mikey was
It's
evil.
like, I'm not sure. I can't remember, like, off the top of my head, I can't remember if it's, like, negatively or positively charged.
Okay,
But
hold on.
You boil it in some water.
Kylie
you add
says-
it to...
Kylie says Topher is right. All of Illick is the same is wrong. Your grapes are fed by a close water source full of natural fertilizer. I built a damn wetland from scratch. I speak dirt. All right, I'm done.
I have,
I make a wetland every day.
and I have
I
like
drill out 300 feet and it's wetland by the time I get it
forgot
back.
about that. She did build. They had to build a wetland from scratch.
I got a 20 by 30 area of natural fertilizer.
Actually, I think you got an underground spring, don't you?
Yeah, out there by the pond.
But yeah, she also when they were talking about this whole Mounds Reservoir thing.
Here,
How about that?
there's a whole
Oh.
bottle right there.
I don't want to crack the bottle because then I'll drink it. It's like you break a 20, it's gone.
Right.
Yeah.
I
But
said
no,
about
she,
hundreds at Gen Con. If I break 100 at Gen Con,
Why aren't you at PopCon, by the way? We'll get to that in a minute.
Because you guys.
But blames us.
Oh,
But no, she
Because I'm a
was
broke hoe.
she was playing around in the
I paid you back for the orange juice and stuff, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
the White River, and barefooted, walked through White River barefooted, got cut, immediately got sick. I mean,
Well, yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
Her body just like. Come to find out, her bacteria level was off the chart when she went to the hospital that night. Her
Yeah.
foot was turning black from all the stuff that was in the water.
Oh,
believe
White
it.
River's nasty.
Because they said,
they
and
used
they were
to
going to build a
eat-
reservoir out of it.
Well, you used to be able to go out. They used to have. Well, you can still look up a map. I don't know if there's many areas before, but they told you areas not to eat fish from.
Yeah.
Well, didn't the DNR pull a fish
Well,
out
for
of the
a
White
long
River
time.
last year that had 3 eyes?
Well, that was
Or no,
a
feet.
that
Had
was,
feet.
That was a few. That was quite a few years ago. What they've done, they actually went through and have made it.
He was watching The Simpsons.
No,
They
I might
went
have. But no.
they went through and actually, it's not cleaned up, but they've made big strides in
Progress?
trying to they consciously went through and
Strawberry.
started limiting stuff that came in.
That hits too hard for me.
And
Pass it
they're
around.
trying to clean it up. I mean, for God's sakes, there's
Well,
people
Sonny
that,
needs to get up here and try the strawberry. I don't think did he try strawberry the other day?
Turn my mic
Yeah,
off for a
thank you.
second.
No.
as you
I don't
come
think he
to
had to turn your mic
every
off.
Other one.
Yes, but if I did go through mine, it would have been louder.
True. True.
Did you try the strawberry the other day?
He's on the back. He's on the porch. Text him.
That's a different taste.
That strawberry's hard. It hits hard.
That's the peach.
That's the pear.
Pear.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
the
the strawberry.
Yeah, 'cause
Peach.
it was just the
Ooh.
flavor change between.
Peach.
That's one we
just-
haven't talked about yet.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think
You
the
keep on
next
orange shit yourself.
Didn't you do watermelon? You're doing watermelon?
as soon as they're inexpensive enough to try.
Yeah, because they're still $5 for a small
Well,
seed.
we're
Yeah.
growing watermelon.
Yeah. Huh?
We got a garden.
Oh, okay.
I have vodka.
Ooh.
Ooh.
No, I think the
Alcoholic watermelon for everybody.
I think the next little experiments are going to be the Viking's blood. I'm going to try to have it done for Christmas.
You know
Nice.
the weird,
The
the
meat
best
is-
best
huh?
The meat?
mistakes.
Yeah,
How long
Are
does it
the
take a meat
best
to make a meat?
Alcoholic
It's-
beverages.
it's
You know, one
I've
mistake was
never-
VX gas, but we'll count that out.
Never tried.
I've
tried to
never
do-
done a mead.
I didn't know if you'd looked
So
it up. Maybe to.
from what I read,
'Cause from
depending on
learning-
how much
learning from-
honey
Yeah.
I use, I'm. That's why I'm trying to get it started now.
We had a friend that made mead. Who in the hell was it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
but
know
the Miller
because
Tour
they
told me
be
it takes 3 days to make beer.
Who?
The Miller Tour. You took the same damn thing.
Well, they're
Remember
like
they said
three
they-
it's like
3
3
days.
days for it to be. It's in the can and shipped out to Chicago because they're a bunch of damn alcoholics.
Well, the problem,
So,
problem with
when over
that
50% of the alcohol coming out of that factory goes to Chicago and the
What
rest
did
of
they
it
say,
goes to the rest of the state.
2.3 billion cans of beer to Chicago.
That's
a
insane
day.
how much goes into
A
Chicago.
day? 2.3 billion
a
cans
day.
Pear.
are shipped to
miserable.
Chicago.
Well, that fucking place is miserable in the winter. What else are they going to do?
All right.
I can see it.
That's why I'm trying to get it started now, and so I'm hoping to have it done by Christmas. That way I can give it away as presents.
Give it away. Give it away. Give it away now.
I want to try to do the Viking's blood, and then
I need to
I'm
buy
gonna
you some
do
bananas.
a 1 gallon, a tester of just plain mead, which is water, honey,
Wheat and
no
barley.
wheat.
Honey and
It's
water,
just-
basically.
It's just honey, water.
And
the,
whatever you want to flavor it.
well, honey's going to start getting
Plain-
expensive, isn't it?
Plain mead is going to be honey, water.
Bees are on the
The
But they also swarmed like crazy a couple years ago.
yeah, the yeast and the nutrients I put in for it.
But I'm saying,
And then-
to flavor it, whatever, is this you literally just steep the water in whatever flavors you want, and then
The Viking's blood, it's going to be you take the hibiscus and the hops and make a really strong tea out of it, and then you add that to the honey.
So you don't actually put the hibiscus while it's.
No,
no,
You
like
just
I
make
said,
a tea out of the hibiscus.
yeah. So
okay.
you steep it, and then you turn
Yeah.
around and then put that in with the honey, and then you make that out of it. And
That-
that's
So
what
it's
flavors
flavored
for
water
that.
and honey
Yeah.
has the alcohol, basically.
and then
Does the honey actually
It's just-
change the taste?
I think
Probably
so.
brings it up. You would
It's,
think, or bring it out.
Just wondering.
from what I'm reading, honeys from different areas of the country or the world will change the taste of.
Oh yeah,
Your
because
mead.
the plants and flowers that
we
are in
totally
Exactly.
need a Swedish honey, or Nordic honey.
I think
I-
you
it.
can
I
order
thought you were going
those
to say
online,
Swedish
can't you?
stripper. I was starting to get excited.
Yeah, I
We need a
haven't-
Swedish bikini team
Swedish bikini.
to bring a
us
gallon of honey.
Bring us a gallon of honey. That's all we want you for.
My kid goes to Germany, ends up in France.
Oh yeah.
Which one?
Sherry. She's
in France.
not yet.
Wrong airport.
Right.
Well,
whoa, hey.
Who she's
Where you
staying
going?
with?
Does Mock
They
know
had
about
this.
that?
They had this big thing planned.
We have
They're taking her
the
wherever it
strawberry.
is. It's 6 hours away
Uh huh.
to a big theme park. It's not Disney Euro or nothing. I can't remember the name of it.
Like,
But they said that's close enough. I guess she's just going to go ahead and go into France while they're around the area.
Oh, cool.
Like
They go to the Czech Republic next week.
Well, if you got
Nice.
if you got the opportunity, you better go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Disney Europe. We got castles here. You need to build that one bigger.
Do we have to send somebody though that's got a
Disney
particular
Japan
set of
didn't
skills?
do all that great. Nobody
I
was
hope
tall
not.
enough to ride the rides.
Man, I'll tell you what. They ain't nobody going to keep that kid long. God, would you just shut up?
Would you just kill her? No. Somebody, there's a pocket Amazon she has somewhere. No.
But
What is
I think,
that? I don't know, but it sounds scary.
But I think because I'm still trying to figure out what to do with that gallon of
Goodness.
pineapple juice
Oh.
that
I was
we
gonna say,
saved
I thought you were like
from cooking at my house that
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
So I'm seriously thinking about taking that pineapple juice, just putting it in a gallon jug with some.
You've got a press, right?
Yeah.
Next time I find them pineapples, because those really sweet ones come on sale, you get them for like $2 a pineapple.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy like $20 worth, bring them to the house next time I find them on sale.
Okay.
And we're going to press them back, because I'm telling you, it tastes, the pineapple you get out of a can,
Yeah.
if you get one of these...
It tastes totally different.
Yeah.
Oh,
I bet.
it tastes like they injected the damn thing with just pure sugar.
Mhm.
It is crazy how
Um,
sweet those things are.
So I'm planning on taking that pineapple juice we
Yeah,
from
we
cooking
saved,
that one day.
yeah,
I
because we
saved.
couldn't waste it because
I'm
we
not
make
going
good
to
shit.
waste it.
Hell no.
Listen, I'm not going to waste anything I can make good alcohol out of. All right?
Right?
It just at my house, it's not going to happen.
Now the pineapples was really good.
All right,
Honey,
It's just not gonna happen.
honey, brown sugar, slap them on the grill.
yeah, it was like honey.
Honey, sprinkled brown sugar, and we slapped them on the grill.
Slapped them on the grill, and they were delicious.
Oh God, they was.
I've got a recipe for like if you can want to rotisserie honey, like rotisserie pineapple with like the honey, put it on there, kind of and it'll kind of candy it, glaze on the outside. I'm just like,
Oh, it's
my
like they
God.
had down at the Brazilian Steakhouse.
Yeah. Could you imagine that was like some like vanilla ice cream with like a couple
Grilled
hunks of
pineapple.
Be like Homer Simpson with a donut.
that, right? Oh, grilled pineapple.
I hate
But
pineapple. Do not care for pineapple.
but that's
We know
my
you're
American.
weird.
But that's my plans here in the next week or so is to do like the 5 gallons of the Vikings blood because
He loves us.
He keeps us drunk, so we'll keep him around. That's what it is.
it's kind of like a amalgamation
Amalgamation.
of like 2 or 3 like copycat recipes I've seen.
Why don't you just say blend?
A blend.
You understand that, Pat?
He was going
I
for
got
the
that.
5-letter word. He was going for the
You're
the
out.
5-point words.
Well, we're calling the series you're putting on the Roku channel Hillbilly Libations. Everybody knows what a hillbilly is, right?
You can't use those big words on that channel.
So you use
What'd he
hillbilly
say?
and the big word.
I don't know. Let's go kick his butt.
Somebody gonna tune in and think it's something totally different.
Libations.
He said libation. There's going to be something live on here.
Is that like
Immunities?
immunities?
We got some immunities. I built up some immunities.
Immunities.
See, I don't know what you're saying, so automatically I'm going to take offense to it.
Are you ambidextrous?
I do not sleep with dead people.
But
Clay out of 1993.
yeah. So
That's 92.
2.
I was gonna say I was still in high school.
yeah. So
Hey, you want to?
so that's my
poll
that's
for my
gonna
dad.
be
Sure,
my,
guy out of school. That's even better.
that's going to be my little mead ventures. We're going to try the Vikings blood clone recipe. We're going to do a plain mead, and then I'm going to use the pineapple.
Now, plain mead's just honey and water.
Yep.
No flavor in the water whatsoever. It's just honey and water.
Honey, water,
and it has a
yeast.
really
Okay, yeah,
big
you still have to
honey
add the
flavor.
yeast to
Yep.
counteract with the honey to make the
yep.
alcohol. Okay.
Yep. So it'll just be like honey, yeast, and then I'll probably add like a yeast nutrient.
You ain't gonna use that shit you buy in a bear bottle, are you?
Huh?
In a bottle that's shaped like a bear.
No.
Okay.
No.
That would be cool.
Kind of like a bear.
We need a friend that's a blast blower.
Well, everybody remembers that as a kid. The honey that comes in the bear-shaped bottle.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have some downstairs. We have some downstairs
I think
in a bear-shaped bottle.
Yeah.
everybody has some in a bear-shaped bottle. Like Winnie the Pooh. bottle of
Yeah, but when
honey.
you get done with the mead, they'll be saying Winnie the Who.
Winnie
Right.
the Who.
Winnie the Hoe.
Winnie the Who.
But and then I'm
No, I like Winnie the Who because you forget your own goddamn name.
Winnie the Who? Who are you? I'm not even married. Yes, you
Who
are.
am I? What's going on?
or if you're
Again, I don't know what you're saying, so I'm going to immediately take offense to it.
if you're in college, then it's Winnie the Hooch.
The Hooch.
Everybody wants to know Winnie the Hooch.
Hooch. We can make a batch of hooch real quick.
Let's see. What is that?
Add it to your bar.
Yeah, the toilet wine.
Do you have? Well, I don't think we should play it, but do you have
I probably do.
two live crew where they're
Yes. Yes, I do.
big booty hoes, hump with it.
Yes, I do.
You ain't nothing but a hoochie mama.
Hoochie moment.
Hoodrat, hoochie mama.
That is.
I believe it comes
Oh,
off
he's
my, it come
firing
off
up
my
the hard
computer to give it
drive.
to you. I think I gave it to you when
We're-
we started the first time.
Well, no, I have the Two Life Crew
whole-
discography.
The whole.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
You ain't nothing but a hoochie mama.
I was like,
Hoodrat, hoochie
that is an
mama.
easy one to find,
Again,
sir.
I open my drawers. I give you $2. What am I?
A hooker.
No, a cash register, you idiot.
But
A hooker?
but yeah, but it's going to be off topic again. I'm sorry. But it'll be like the
Hell, I never knew we
Vikings
had a
blood.
topic.
Alcohol.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
It all leads back to it
This is
somehow.
day 4 of the alcohol talk on the man cave.
Hey, you know what?
No,
The
last week we
alcohol-
talked guns.
The alcohol
Pretty much the
talk.
whole
I
damn time.
bought a new gun.
I wasn't
The
around.
alcohol talk actually gets us the most listeners. There's a lot of people interested. So before we go to break, which we got coming up here real soon,
Hey, if you're all interested, send us some recipes. We'll try
yes,
them.
Yeah,
what is the
send me
recipe
recipe.
that you're working with for the Viking blood?
The Vikings of Blood is like I don't really have a specific recipe, but it's just like a couple of cups of the hibiscus flowers, couple of cups of the hops, and put into some boiling water, like a gallon of boiling water, and you make a really strong tea out of it. And then the next day you add it to
So
honey.
like the next day,
Yeah,
you let it
yeah,
steep
you
for that
let
long.
it steep for that long, so it's good and strong. When I drink because you've been to throw the ball. Yeah, I mean when I get more into it,
PBR.
we'll talk more about it,
Okay.
and then like when I get the honey, maybe we can like get you to come over and we can film it. If not, then
What's the new grocery store that opened in Muncie?
Muncie?
Fresh Time Market?
Fresh
what?
Time
Yeah,
Market.
Fresh
Fresh
Time.
Time.
Yeah.
Yeah. If not, then
That's the one that
this,
supposedly got the
this-
CBD oil, right?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
then this might be like kind of like we'll just do like the mead experiment, mead experiment on the the mead venture, and if it
These
works,
dummies don't even smell time.
and if it works, then
T-mime.
I'll have enough stuff left over that if I do another batch of it, we can film it then. But we'll
try it first.
we'll probably try it first.
Awesome.
Like we'll probably film the stuff I know
Before
turns
we
out
get
good.
before we try the stuff that
Yeah,
maybe.
pear or like the strawberry turned out good. The Vikings blood, even though it's not my recipe, the guy said, "Hey, take it, use it, enjoy it." We can do that, and then if whatever mead turns out good, we'll film that and kind of be like, "Hey, this turned out really tasty.
I know you
This
have.
is how I did it."
Yeah, you have a lot of people waiting to find out how the mead turns out because there's a lot of people interested in the mead.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm interested in the mead just because it's something different.
I was just looking at Fresh Time because, like I said, I know if you go to, you got to drive all the way to Cincinnati, but the Jungle Gyms over there,
Yeah.
they have, it's a big old section, and it's like clover honey, or this one's from this flower honey. You can buy,
Yeah.
and I was just
Yeah.
saying that they had something like it at
Well,
Fresh Time because
I know, like on Amazon, I was looking. You can get like, honey from, like entomologists that have bees around, orange groves.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But we can talk about more about that when we get back from break.
Gotta go.
Carl's Jr. will give us shit. So
Carl's Jr. needs to
gotta
give us some cash.
I'm gonna start hitting up Alex Jones because he's around more often.
Alex,
right?
But you're listening to the Man Cave on Geek Public Radio, and we'll make it back after words from our sponsors.
All right, bye.
You're listening to the Man Cave right here on Geek Public Radio with your hosts, Pat Brooks and Bill Maddox. You can find out more by checking out the Facebook page, facebook.com/GPR The Man Cave. And now, our hosts, Pat and Bill.
That's it.
Our
hosts, Pat and Bill.
All this time.
And Brian.
And Brian.
Since Brian's been up here with us for months, and Topher, the hairy bastard, hasn't added him to the intro.
I haven't been able to get over to the computer.
You're I
see. You're just being lazy.
What's
just
his name?
being lazy.
Yeah, everybody
just
else
being lazy.
Well, it's like I'm one of the few that calls him Bill.
Right.
I call him
Bill. Tiny. Oh yeah.
I call him Bill.
And
I call you a lot of things that don't need to your face. I call you Bill.
That's how I can judge how long I've known somebody. Like, if I've known somebody like a really long time, they still call me Bill. But if they've known me from like high school, like through that little certain period or whatever, they'll call me Tiny.
Libby calls you Billy.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Libby hops in the way back machine and calls me Billy.
That's Lost or Little Lakes. Little Lambs.
Yeah, way back. Way back.
I got pictures.
What the hell?
That's me, Josh Lewis, and Bill on my front porch at my parents.
Yeah.
Dear God.
That's an old picture.
You haven't grown much.
Is.
Dear God.
Brittany sent me that picture. Said, "Who's this? I know it's you and Bill."
Didn't you say where's it, Texas?
Florida.
Yeah. I talk to him every once in a while on the Facebooks.
Yeah, I catch him on Facebook.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him. Facebook. I see he post a bunch of stuff on there. I see him.
Yeah. I mean, and then that's the neat thing about the Facebooks is, you can talk to people from different times in your life and say hi and
the only
see
thing
how
I do
they're
on
doing.
Facebook right now is argue. I have trolls on my page for some reason.
Listen, I give you a hard time about Alabama and Dallas.
I get that. That's fine.
All right, but that's as far as it goes. Because I'm just like, oh yeah, Alabama, their fans have like 2 teeth.
1.
I resemble that remark.
I resemble that remark. Hey,
but I'm not a fan of either. So.
But then it's Pat. But Pat gets upset because I don't really have a favorite sports team.
No, the only thing I can pick on you on is Chevys.
Right.
Yeah. I don't have a specific vehicle that I like. I literally have nothing. No dogs in this fight.
Since you cracked it.
But I will laugh at you for yours.
I've got to sort of go with the Chevrolet because that's what raised me.
Right. Well, then what do I do?
I can just put it in my can. Nope, it's empty.
What do I do? Because
that's better than the other one, dude.
Mine.
That's more smooth than the other one.
It's probably been out longer.
No, actually, that is left over from the mother.
From your mother.
The silt and everything at the bottom.
That
I throw it in.
It's all good, but yeah, that's a little more smooth.
That's smooth.
Here, we'll get another opinion.
That does.
Did you crack your funny bone?
No,
it's stronger.
I had to roll his cigarette downstairs and tweak my wrist.
You tweaked a wrist
and elbow
rolling a cigarette
through that thing. I already had pain.
Shape, bastard.
He was speed rolling.
You know,
I gotta have it.
Like throwing a tire, it's like, and then he turned around and was like,
"It's a cigarette."
You know what? I gotta just go ahead and buy mine on because this isn't doing it. Yada yada yada. I said, you know what? If I'm going to spend $44 on this stuff, you're going to smoke it and you're going to like it, Mister.
He turned parent. If I spend $44 on this, you're going to sit there and do the circus and like it.
He went. Fair enough, sir.
Oh God!
Here, roll me another one.
I'll be back.
Gotta go stretch.
Water pill.
call the dogs?
Water pill.
While you're watering your pill, take it with you and fondle it.
That's disgusting since nobody knows what we're talking about.
yeah, that's a synthetic cork.
So yeah. So anyway, the people that do listen to the Man Cave
know that we talk about anything and everything.
Everything,
that pops
but,
into our head.
Yeah, I heard
claiming-
our last the show that follows us tomorrow night. They keep referring out. We're getting back to the Friday night show. We're turning into the Friday night show. I guess what's a bad thing?
Well, no,
we're
the
bleeding
reason,
over.
The reason
They don't listen.
Well, no. That's the funny thing is you guys are the only ones that say that you don't listen to the Sunday night or the Saturday night show. The Saturday night show listens to you guys.
Until they fall asleep.
And we listen and we actually promote you guys.
I listen to the. Usually it's on the podcast when I hear it.
You know I do because
Right.
I try to win your shit.
I'm not allowed to.
You are too.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
I didn't
You
think-
just can't be on the show on that show.
Oh, okay.
Libby says, what's that song? Blah, blah, blah. Now,
That's
she
so-
nailed it. The last time she won, she nailed it, and I had no clue.
See, it'd be almost cheating for me because there's been a couple times when I've helped him pick the song.
Help him pick the song.
Yeah,
Now if you have
That's
physically,
that's insider trading.
yeah, if you physically know, like know what
Well,
was going to
we've
be
just
played.
been driving down the road, and he's driving, he's like, hey, look up if they did and something will come on the radio. See if they did a cover version. So I'll just get on the phone.
Whose bad idea was it to do the Britney Spears one? Was that yours?
Which one? We did 2 Britney Spears ones.
I wouldn't claim that.
I'm just saying we did
Okay,
it.
evidently I didn't hear the other one. What was-
Summer Breeze wasn't an idea. We actually heard that on the radio. And we had to listen to it long enough to hear that guy go, Summer Breeze. I was like, okay, Jim, you can turn it. He said, oh, good. We was both waiting for the same thing.
And now, every time I hear Summer Breeze, I'm over here going, Summer Breeze, fresh me through fire.
Well, it come on, and it was on the satellite radio, so it said it. And I looked at it, and then he looked at it, and we sort of looked at each other like, is this fucking real?
You're shitting me.
So we sat there and listened. And I was like, okay, I looked at him and said, okay, you can turn it now. He said, yeah. He said, I just want to hear that part too.
But yet, later that week, guess what's on the cover chart?
Yeah, exactly. That was...
We do a lot of Children of Bodom.
I noticed, I
Because
think,
they did it in like 2 whole albums or something.
of cover songs.
Of cover
yeah,
songs.
I've noticed that. A lot of cover songs, when I'm looking them up to find them, are just YouTube music. I ain't saying they're
Yeah.
bad, or I'm not trying to demean anybody.
Right.
But it's just guys who
That
love music and put their stuff on YouTube.
But the guy from the one guy we've actually used is the guy from Frog Leap Studios that he's the Swedish guy.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you'll never hear him on the radio or anything. It's going to be like an
Nobody?
internet thing.
Right.
Is what it seems like. You find that do a lot of the...
Yeah, but we don't ask who's doing the cover.
You just ask the original artist.
The original artist.
Yep.
So Leo
That works out for you.
Morikoli or whatever from Norway.
Yep.
He does a lot of them, and it was I like that one.
There have been a few of them that do sound good,
Right?
but there have been a bunch of them that sound just horrible.
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 I was like,
Oh my!
that's terrible.
That's
That's
just terrible.
I suggest
Terrible.
terrible. I suggest never getting old, never having to have
That's,
to take a water pill.
You don't really have
Well,
choice in
I was
that.
going to say,
I mean, you do. You
the
can step in front of a
alternative's even
car.
worse, Bill.
Right?
Don't get old. Oh, step in front of a car.
I used to work with a guy. He was
It hurts to pee. Where's my ice flow?
he'd say
Hurts to
something.
pee. Go to the doctor. Get a pill.
Pee
Get fixed
pee
up.
hurt. Time to die.
It's actually sort of sad now that I think about it, because Rick was
I remember that joke. Pee pee hurt. Time to die.
I think he was in his 60s when he worked for me. He's an old farmer, and he'd always say, "Don't get old." And Rodney's always look at him and say, "Well, it's better than the alternative."
Yeah.
Yeah, Rodney, he's gone now.
Oh man.
He didn't hit 60.
I
But Rick was also the
It's-
same guy that I'd pick on. I come back from a meeting
Yeah.
once we had training,
yeah.
and one of them was like a harassment, and you can't pick on people because they're old. So I got back and looked at Rick and I said, "I'm not allowed to talk to you no more." I'd say something to him. He'd just look at me. He knew I was joking. I love the guy. But he's like, well, that was mean. I said, yeah, but it's okay because you're old and forget in 5 minutes and be fine.
Touche.
It'll be okay.
I think that's the sign of getting old. The first time the doctor says, you've got to take this pill every day now.
I'm there now.
I've been old since I was 19 years old.
Believe it or not, okay. I started taking the CBD stuff every day, and now, like, I'm off all my medications except for my water pill as needed.
See,
they
just had to up one of Angie's for something, but I'm seriously thinking about going and buying some.
Yeah.
Just getting her on it for a month.
To see what happens.
And see what happens.
Because
you have to do it for a month. Just like any medicine. You have to do it for...
You have to let it get into your system.
You have to let it get in there.
Well,
let me know because...
Usually.
Well, I'd say a month to let you know exactly what's going on.
But they just pretty much quadrupled one of her pills.
Because the last place I bought from, because I'm on disability, I gave them a copy of my paperwork proving I am.
Yeah.
They gave me a 40% discount.
Oh wow!
Nice.
I'm gonna let you buy mine.
Yeah. So like the.
You're really going through this.
The only thing I'm on right now
is
is blood pressure medicine, and you're not the only one I've heard that has got off the blood pressure medicine by taking that.
That guy in the other room, Sonny, just said the same thing. He's completely off his blood pressure meds.
I've heard that from there's
but what's his blood pressure? Has he had it tested?
The high potency.
180 over 60.
He's gotten it down. He has no issues, and he's lost weight.
Because that's where I'm at. My blood pressure's sky high.
Yeah, I've heard 4 people say that it.
But don't take that flavored bullshit.
No.
Take the actual tincture, the oil.
Mm-hmm.
Flavored bullshit ain't got nothing in it.
Yeah.
Or is it so weak that it's really not worth it?
Exactly. They throw all the they throw like a not a sugar in it, but like they throw like Splenda in it, and then all the other stuff. And they put a very small amount of the CBD in it.
So it's so cut down that it's not worth it.
The first stuff I started was 2,500 milligrams. The stuff I just ordered is 6,000. But the thing
is there a taste to it?
It tastes like weed. I'll be honest with you.
Tastes like rope.
Tastes like marijuana.
Tastes like rope. Burnt rope.
There's no other way to describe it.
There's worse tastes in the world, I'm sure.
Yeah, but
anything from my job or yours, probably.
I don't know.
Especially
my job, the shit's in the wine.
Okay, my job.
You
don't want any part of my job going in your mouth.
But the thing is, though, is like even though I ordered a higher dosage, that means just I have to take less of it so it'll last me longer.
Yeah.
So it's like I can take like a few drops under my tongue in the morning and then at night, and I won't hurt. My blood pressure goes down.
I'm seriously thinking about. I might just go to that Fresh Time Market tomorrow, but I'm seriously
thinking
about.
If you do.
About trying to get her to.
The Fresh Time has good stuff. They really do.
That's why I waited for them to open before.
You remember Sam Furnish?
Yeah.
We were talking to him at a 4-H get-together, and...
Do I remember saying? He's the one talking about the Chappie. Of course I know.
Right.
Yeah.
And we were telling him, I'm like... And my wife's like, I haven't had a problem with my headaches or my migraines and this and that and the other since I started taking it. So he sent me a message. He's like, well, what should I get? And I kind of like walked him through it. And because he had... him and his son are both have problems with like everyday, like constant headaches every day.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it got real bad, it turned into migraine. We're like, give it a try. It's $60. It might change your life.
Yeah.
And he stopped at a Fresh Time Market, got some, and he's just like, He's like, I can't believe it. I take it, and I don't have a headache every day.
Yeah,
I haven't had a problem with a migraine since I started taking it.
If you think about it, though, think about all the money you spend on blood pressure pills or whatever pills you're taking that day for somebody a day.
Yeah.
If that replaces everything, $60 is well worth it.
It's cheap. Because, like...
Well, between my daughters and my wife, I've I've hit my copay limit.
Yeah.
So her last prescriptions was free.
Yeah.
My daughter's baby cost me to be a free health care for the rest of the year.
Yep.
Well, the thing is like, okay, well, I added up the nerve medication they had me on.
Now's the time to do whatever you need to do.
The pain relievers, my blood pressure medicine, I added it all up, and it was pretty much the same price
That's what you're spending now.
I'm spending on that, and I don't have to buy chemicals.
Yeah, like I said, it's just so many pills. I'm willing to try anything.
Yeah. Well, the big drug companies have this thing what they call 5x50. They want every person in the United States on 5 pills by the time they turn 50 years old.
Well, me and my wife recovered just her.
Yeah, but by me taking this oil, I've cut out 3 of those, and I've completely cut off all.
Right now, I'm on a really small dose of blood pressure medicine. 5 milligrams is all I got to take.
Yeah.
And I've passed. I don't know if I'll pass the next time, or it was borderline passing last time I took the physical.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably have to up it, double it or something.
Yeah.
But
since I've started taking it,
That's where I'm at now.
Some of it probably has to deal with the fact that I don't work at the prison anymore. But started taking that stuff. I don't have to take blood pressure medicine. I don't have to take any of the nerve medication for my pain.
It's funny how much stress causes.
Angie's funny though because she has to take nothing for cholesterol.
Yeah, my cholesterol's fine, but
that's the way hers is.
Oh,
it's
no.
just weird.
When they kept looking at me going, if you keep with your weight, you're gonna look at diabetes and high cholesterol and all this stuff. Like everything came back.
Have a sip of that. That'll clean out the arteries.
Well, within like
you care about it.
Like, oh my God,
Right.
I said, okay, well, check my stuff, and I said, oh, well, your arteries look amazing.
Right.
Your diabetes, you don't have any chance of being diabetic. You have all, everything's fine. I said, so when you're going to talk about me being overweight?
Right.
See, now she's pre-diabetic is what they told her.
They say that because of weight or whatever. Sometimes I don't think they know.
But I ran into the same thing, like because they were
saying
doing.
You have a chance of having it.
They were doing this like deal if you went through like some like cholesterol checks and this and that and the other at work.
I was gonna say if you don't grab it, I'm gonna stand up and nab
If and if you had all this stuff done, they would give you a break on your health insurance. So I signed up for it, and they're like,
Anthem does that.
Yeah.
And this, this was through the state, and they had like a big deal, and they had the people at work, and they took my blood, and they're testing my cholesterol, and the guy's like, well, your cholesterol is perfect.
Last time I had my cholesterol checked, they go, damn.
Yeah, they're like,
that's ragu.
You
need a pill. No, I don't.
Your cholesterol is perfect.
You need a pill.
Everybody needs a pill.
Your blood sugar's fine. This and that and the other is fine. I'm like, I know you're amazed because I'm fat.
Right? Yeah. They automatically assume that everything's going to go wrong.
Well, that's just like I fired a doctor because I went to talk to him about something, and he kind of looked at me. He's like, well, you're overweight. I'm like, yeah, I've been overweight all my life.
No, I straight up walked out of a doctor because he was like, the first thing I said, well, this is what's going on, yada yada. And he goes, well, you need to watch what you put in your mouth. I was like, excuse me?
Yeah.
He goes, you need to start watching what you eat, and you need to walk 4 miles like your president told you. I was like, first of all, I didn't vote for him. Second of all,
it's like, you don't watch what I eat every day. You have no idea.
I said, you don't know what I eat every day. I eat 1,500 calories a day.
Yeah.
And I'm more active than you are.
I was like, you have no idea.
I was like, so you want to talk about there is something we need to address here, and it's not what you think it is. So
Yeah,
take your your preconceptions out. Take them and get the fuck on with them.
Yeah,
Because you need to fucking actually pay attention and do your job.
That's
Somebody
what happened.
fired him up this morning because he said fuck twice in a minute.
Right. Well, that's what happened to me when I went
I don't
to
like
the.
doctors.
Never would have guessed.
I went to the endocrinologist, right?
Bless you.
And he's like, "Oh, well, you're overweight." I was like, "Yeah, but my blood sugar, my cholesterol, and everything's just fine."
Mm-hmm.
We're here to see if like I have a thyroid problem, if I have like a
Right. Look for other issues, sir.
right. And he's like, "Well, I
Don't
see."
take the easy road out.
Yeah. I was like, well, I see.
I'm not paying you for that.
Yeah, I see here you have neuropathy. It's like, yeah, neuropathy was caused because of the continued walking on concrete and steel and hard ass boots for 20 years. Well, I've already discovered why I have neuropathy, and it's not because I'm diabetic. So he ordered some blood tests, and then a week later, I get a letter in the mail saying something about diabetes and how you can manage your diabetic lifestyle.
You're like,
and
I'm not diabetic.
I'm not diabetic.
He's being. You're done.
So
That's bad.
I get super pissed, and
Not
I
just
call
pissed, it's super
Jim's sis because she's the nurse at the doctor.
Just wait.
I'm just like, what the fuck is this I got in the mail? She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I got some stuff from the diabetes center. She's like, you're not diabetic.
I know.
Like, I know. I'm just. She's like, oh, I'll fix this shit. She was madder than hell. She got it all fixed up, but
You're done.
I totally love that one.
so
I'm getting booked doorstops made.
So I got that stuff cleared up real quick.
Get it?
Right? No, like I totally agree.
Read the name of the
Yeah,
dog.
I can't
it's
see
like
it.
I'm here because I know
I'm here
I have,
because of something else. Yes, these other things, but they're not the reason that I'm having.
yeah,
these
yeah.
Oh,
They're not the reason why I'm coming
Oh,
to see you. Just like
Get it?
I'm
Yeah, I do now. Hodor. Hodor.
Hodor.
It's like I'm going to like an allergist. It's like I'm going to the allergist because I'm super itchy all the time, and
I think you're allergic.
Do they still do that same?
To your wife.
I got tested years ago. I was still in high school, and they took a bunch of needles and
poke
dipped
you.
them in shit and put needles all over my
Did you
back.
really take the time to spit? Oh.
From what I've been reading, they'll do a blood test, right? And like the blood test is like 95% effective. I'm like, well, you know what? If you can do a blood test and it's over 90% effective, I'm fine. You don't have to prick my whole body with a whole bunch of
They
crap.
filled my
Right.
my whole back full of shit.
Yep.
Like
I can prick
40
your body right
different
here.
things.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah.
Come to find out, it wasn't none of them they thought.
Yeah,
Doctor's
I'm like,
his best guess anymore.
yeah, that's why they have the sign that says out
It's a
front that says they're practicing.
Yeah.
We're just
No, like,
practicing to be a doctor.
I got kicked out because I literally looked at and said, "So this is what they're saying when you talk about practice, right? Until you get perfect."
All right.
When they get perfect, they retire.
And it's just, and he's like, "What do you mean?" It's like, "Cause you've been wrong every time so far."
Right. Are you
Don't-
still
yeah.
practicing?
Don't
And
ever
they-
tell a doctor they've
And
been
they
wrong.
went, "Rrr," and I said, and he started to puff up, and I said, and I said something about.
Whoa, buddy.
I turned around and said, with you removing stuff that specialists put on my chart, you removed it without even looking at me. I think I have a good basis for a lawsuit. So, are you practicing? Or are you telling me what's wrong? And he went, well, I said, good. I'm just going to keep talking to my specialist. And don't you touch my shit. I'm leaving.
Don't you touch my shit. A shit in a shoebox. Hope you like it.
And he went, and I walked out and said, And they said, well, how do we want to bill you? I said, whatever you want to do, because I'm not paying it, and walked out the door. I'm pretty sure that's on my credit somewhere, but if I could totally fight it. On
This guy's an asshole. How do you know? It's in his file.
Oh, Angie got.
This is red letters. It says asshole.
She's got her family practitioner, and she's got the heart doctor.
Well, no, he was removing stuff from what the rheumatologist put in my chart without even looking at me. He straight up removed it from my chart.
Well, see, I like Angie's heart doctor because she went to her this week, and there was one she's on, and she refilled all Angie's stuff, and the one she's like, you know what? She goes, I'm just gonna let you do your normal family doctor's the one that did this. She said, I'm just gonna let her do that. She said, I'm not gonna mess with any of this, and I respect that,
right?
Because I'm here for your heart. That's the part we're taking care of. That's the part I'm doing. This other one that you're wondering about, just go back to your family doctor because that's where it originated from. Because it had nothing to do with the heart. Mm-hmm. And I respect that. I didn't do it, so I'm not messing with it.
Right.
So, and a lot of them just think they're an expert on everything because.
Well, I mean, I don't go to a doctor. I go to a nurse practitioner.
That's all most people see anyway.
Yeah.
Pretty much anymore, yeah. But, well, I mean, the good thing... Really?
Keep talking. Don't let it distract you.
You keep sending this shit, and
But,
it's like, how do you not expect us to be like, oh, look at the phone.
I can ignore this bitch like crazy.
But, no, I mean, we all know my nurse practitioner. It's Brenner's sister.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah?
Which is pretty cool because...
The A word?
Yeah, she knows my history.
See, I totally can't go there because we're related.
Well, it's not that. She's like, I can give you a physical, and I'm like,
no.
No, that's where I'm at. I'm like, I totally can't go there because we're related.
I mean, it's cool because I don't have a problem. Like, you get a new doctor because for some reason doctors like to come and leave, and you're explaining everything that you have over and over and over and over and over, even though it's in your fucking file. Read the file.
No, even in like the ones that you've been to like a million times, and they're like, "So what do we got to do?" And I'm like,
You told me to be here.
Like, really?
Like, I saw the last doctor there, Mr. I'm going to be racist as hell right now, Mr. Hajib, because he was an idiot. He told my wife, anybody that knows my wife, that she was overweight. My wife barely weighs 100 pounds.
Like, so you're 100 pounds and maybe 5'3".
Well, because overweight is the easiest explanation for anything that's wrong with you.
Like and that's what I called
Quit
them out on.
Quit smoking and lose weight.
And that's what I called him out on. I said, just because, I'm maybe 5'7", 5'6.5", depending on which...
Only short people give him the halves.
Convenience store I'm leaving at the time.
I explained that to my kids. Like, why them numbers are up there? She's like, why is that? I said, so if you rob the place, they know how tall you are.
Like if you're wearing platform shoes.
I said, the cameras are on the door.
Right? Like, well, they're on the cash register and on the door.
Yep.
That way they can catch...
your face... And your height as you walk out the door.
The front and the back.
Yep.
Well, they also are on the cash registers to make sure that people aren't stealing out of the cash register during their shift.
That's true.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit. I'll be back. No,
but I got to go return something.
That's like I like about hers because my doctor, the old doctor, like I said, you would come in with a problem, and he'd say, try this in a week and come back and see me. So you come back and see him. Why are you here? You told me to come back here.
I am still having the problem that we talked about last week.
Why are you here again?
Did you see that?
Open the file!
Did you see that doctor at St. Vincent's that they wanted him to say that he come out and he put it on Facebook and everything else about how he's being forced to, he can't practice there no more.
Oh yeah, because
they thought he'd go along with it and say, "Oh, I'm just retiring." He wasn't seeing enough patients today because he actually took time like somebody should. Like old.
Yeah, he actually
old family doctor.
They have a quota. They have a quota. They have to meet a day.
Yeah, now.
But no, with this one, I mean, she's she knows me from the past. We went to school together. We hung out. Mm-hmm. She knows everything because you're going to tell your friends everything. Man, I had a pounding headache for 3 days. You go see the doctor. Why are you here? Well, I've had a headache for the last couple days. That's a big difference. Is it the last couple days, which means 2, or is it 3 or more? Well, it's been 3 or more. With her, it's like, well, you told me the other night you had a headache for 3 days. Let's fix that.
Yeah.
You told me the other night you've been scratching for the last 5 days.
It burns when I pee. Well, when I go to the bathroom, I get a burning sensation. Well, there's a big difference.
I got this burning sensation.
But when it comes down to something like that, though, I can give you a physical. No. Why? Because I know your brother, and I know you.
Right.
And that's not something you want somebody to know on a personal level.
Like, hi, how are you doing? Oh, now you're intimate.
Now, you talking physical as you take my blood pressure, crack me on the knee, see if it works, and that's it? Or you getting intimate with me?
Or like, do you want to know if I have a hernia?
At this point, you're married and I'm married, and I'm pretty sure that constitutes cheating. Because I know your husband and you know my wife.
Like, well, you don't have a hernia.
Now, here's the other thing, though. My wife went with me because I've had trouble with my blood pressure as of lately. Mm-hmm. It's extremely high. As Libby puts it, overly extremely high. Like, last time I took it, it was like 202 over 130.
I want to say stress, but that's not what I'm...
Which is stroke level. So instead of me going in there and throwing, the A lady, a line of bullshit of saying my blood pressure's a little high, Libby went in and spilled the beans. And also the fact that I've been doubling and tripling my blood pressure medicine.
And you're still high.
And I'm still high.
I don't know how his fucking head exploded yet.
Well, what scared her the most was when I said I was 202 over 130.
That's insane.
Which is very bad.
Yeah,
and that was after 5 pills.
Duh.
See, the thing is I don't know if upping the pills, it's another thing. That has to work itself into the system. So is it going to take a week's worth of 5 extra pills a day
before it does damage?
Before it works.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Eat one way or the other. I wouldn't do it because of the damage part.
Well, now I'm on a stronger pill, and I have to go back in a week, so I can keep my CDLs.
Well, that happens.
Or I'm going to be pounding on Jim's door, going, "I need a job.
I need a job."
But you don't have a CDL, so I can't hire you.
I know. You don't need a CDL to dig a ditch or to bury a bitch.
You needed to drive a truck for me.
I want to be an asshole.
You know what I was told the other day? I found out that
the white stuff on the top of chicken poop is still poop.
Yeah, I know. But this is how stupid one of my bosses is.
Oh, okay. We're going to go there.
Well, no, we're going to go here because I come in and I told him, I said, hey.
You want to talk about stupid bosses? You want to hear about mine?
I've got a week, I've got a month before my CDLs are up. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. This is what I told him. We're just going through this, powering through.
He's so silly.
So I go in there and I tell him, I said, I've got a month before my CDLs are up. Well, the boss that I'm talking about didn't even put me in the system. I'd been working for 2 years not in the system.
No. Oh, really?
I said, that's funny because I've been getting paid.
And you're like, oh, yeah, by the way, I haven't received any bonuses for the last 6 months.
No, I got those. Trust me, or I wouldn't be there. But
I thought you said it hadn't since at least January.
Well, okay, this year.
Well,
they're trying a new system out.
Well, that's still 6, almost 7 months.
I know. Thank you for reminding me. But the money's so good I can't leave. But so he comes out and he hands me the slip. He gives me the slip. Yeah. He gives me the slip to go see the doctor. I said, where do you want me to go? Right? Well, anytime after work. This is not how this works. I said, you require me to have a CDL. And he goes, whoa, let me stop you right there. He goes, this company does not require you to have a CDL to drive these trucks.
Then I can go drive right now without one.
I said, well, that means anybody can drive. He goes, no, the federal government requires you. I said, how many times do we get pulled over and checked for our CDLs? Never. I've been driving a truck for over 12 years. Never once, driving the trucks that I drive now, have been asked.
Well, then I can drive one without one.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yep.
Problem is, let's say you're driving one of our trucks. You get pulled over. They don't ask you for it. They give you a speeding ticket. Mm-hmm.
Not me.
Oh, okay. That's me. That's when your physical comes into, because it goes to the BMV, and the BMV goes, wait a minute.
Yep.
It's either he's driving on a suspended license because the BMV did not receive your physical update, which happens all the time.
Be a nice person for so long.
The L word?
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
Okay. Because I've got a story for you, too.
Yeah.
Same group of people.
Nice.
Love you.
That's cool. But,
The Hodor doorstop.
he told me Libby did that by hand.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice. That's nice. And
Look at you.
then he throws the phone. Then he throws the phone, you know.
Knocking all this shit on the
I
floor.
can't. But anyway, so he says that's when it comes into play. I said, but that's bullshit. I said, you guys won't send us. They expect us to work 12 to 13 hour shifts. Then go.
Right, but then everything's closed except for the med checks. And
Well, that's where we go anyway.
But that's still expensive.
But then the main boss, because I was bitching to him because I know him. I've worked as long as he has.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, we own a Dock in the Box down in Indy. Just go there. When are you going to send me? We can go after work. I'm not working until 5 o'clock, then driving to Kentucky Avenue in Indy.
Oh, Lord.
And then coming home.
Southside.
And
Getting
then
checked out and then driving home.
And then getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go do all the stuff all over.
I said, I can't do that. There's no way.
So that violates, like, every workplace law that's,
Well, no,
labor
because
law
I'm off the clock.
Yeah, but you're still doing something required by your job.
The thing is, would you have got hired without a CDL?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They give you 30 days to get it.
Nice.
And they don't pay for it. Hello. Oh.
Bzz, bzz.
Well, it is that time. It is already
And break time?
itching on to 9 o'clock.
Jesus.
Yes.
Well,
We got 10 minutes.
no. Hey, we got to get the ads in
I
and
know.
all the other stuff.
Computer
before we
yells
go.
at you. You got to do what the computer says.
The clock says. The clock says you have this much.
Wait,
time.
I know this game. The cow says
Moo. The DJ says dance.
and the
Damn
computer
it.
says breakdown. So anyway, this is the Man Cave, Geek Public Radio,
Ooh, wow.
Facebook.com, the Man Cave. We'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Somewhere around there.
Bye.
You're listening to the Man Cave right here on Geek Public Radio with your hosts, Pat Brooks and Bill Maddox. You can find out more by checking out the Facebook page, facebook.com/GPR The Man Cave. And now, our hosts, Pat and Bill.
Hello. There it is.
And hump.
Sorry, I was kind of
And hump.
absent the last few minutes. I was dealing with some BS on my phone.
Wait a minute.
We're outside.
Okay, sorry.
Die. All right.
Or you kick your toe and go, fuck. So anyway, yeah. We're talking kids, we're talking laws, we're talking everything
Oh,
sucks.
God, dude.
Indiana laws suck.
They do. They do.
I need to get a shirt. Brian, we need to make a shirt that says Indiana laws suck.
Indiana laws suck.
And it's not the laws that really get it. It's the things that have changed in Indiana that allow things to suck.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like, okay, the stupid law, no blowjobs allowed in Indiana.
Or like you have to tie your.
You have to try the
Car.
right shoe first,
No, they still have one in the law about like you have to tie your carriage up to a hitching post.
Yeah,
Yep.
every inmate that's released from jail or prison receives a horse, 30 caliber rifle, and a 50 pieces of silver.
Right. That ain't happening.
I wonder if somebody actually pushed a law like that. Could they get it
No, they'll just take it off the books.
before or after they pay them 50 pieces of silver? And here's the thing: could they find 50 pieces of silver?
Well, I mean, I guess they could give them the equivalent in cash.
Here's your old paint. Here's a rifle that doesn't work because it doesn't stipulate whether it works or not. And here's 50 pieces of silver.
But that's the thing, though. Like, state law can't trump federal law. And
Trump!
you can't.
Don't say Trump.
You can't give
People call on and be pissed.
You can't give a felon a
888-262-8666. Wait, that's the
against
Bob and Tom.
federal.
That's the Bob and Tom number.
Oops.
Never mind.
You can't give a felon a firearm,
That's right.
and that's federal law. So federal law trumps state law.
You said it again.
Now, was it North
One more time
Carolina
he
that
shows
passed
up.
a law that let felons vote again?
They're trying to, yes.
I don't know. That's on them.
Yeah,
I don't care if they vote or not. I mean,
but is that a federal law or just state law when it comes to felons voting?
that I
That's what
don't
I'm
know.
wondering.
That I don't know. Because I mean, what? Why is it that like somebody that has a felony isn't allowed to, voice of their opinion on, matters of, presidency?
If they come out and they should have a voice.
Wait a minute.
Right.
Time out.
Yes.
Looking up stupid laws in Indiana.
Okay.
Okay. If any person has a puppet show, wire dancing, or tumbling act in the state of Indiana and receives money for it, they will be fined $3 under the Act to prevent certain immoral practices. A
Nice.
puppet show is an immoral act.
Well, I guess you could have the puppet shows doing weird things.
So,
did you ever watch the Howard Stern movie, Private Parts?
Yo,
He put on some kinky puppet shows.
$3
You ever seen Team America?
Yeah.
Oh, God. It is illegal for a man to be sexually aroused in public. Here we go. Anastasia's going to jail.
Would you hear about? Would you like to be the cop that had to prove that one?
You're under arrest. Why? Because you're hard. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Prove it.
Prove it.
Prove it.
You have a nice day. Here we go. You ready for this one? Anyone 14 or older who profanely curses, damns, or swears by the name of God, Jesus Christ, or the Holy Ghost shall be fined $1 to $3 for each offense, with a maximum fine of $10 per day. Anastasia would max that in an
I was
hour.
gonna say I just had to have $10.
Just be like, here's my $10.
One may not
On
stiff
some
glue
days.
in the state of Indiana.
Accidentally or on purpose.
One may not stiff glue in India.
Well, if you're using it, you're gonna smell it.
Right?
One
that's
man may...
I'm not going to stuff it up my nose, but, if I'm gluing something and I accidentally smell it, is that considered sniffing glue?
Now, this one is not really... It's dumb, but it's truth. State government officials who engage in private duels can be dismissed from their post. Won't they go to jail technically, so they're still being dismissed from their post?
I didn't think dueling was legally allowed anyway.
A person must get a referral from a licensed physician if he or she wishes to see a hypnotist.
That I did not know.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, I didn't read that all correctly. I'm sorry. A person must get a referral from a licensed physician if he or she wishes to see a hypnotist, unless the desired procedure is to quit smoking or lose weight.
That makes more sense.
Okay. Smoking in the state legislature building is banned, except when the legislature is in session.
But it just says smoking. What if somebody wants to vape and do big poofy clouds,
Okay.
bro?
Here we go. Brian, did you take a bath today or shower? Bill, did you take a bath or shower today?
Before I came, yes.
Okay, we're all going to jail.
Okay.
Okay, baths may not be taken between the months of October and March.
It's after March.
Oh,
Pat.
we're good. That's right. My bad. We're fine.
Yeah, we're after.
I'm looking at the felon voting laws, and most of it, it's
I'm going to jail.
State by state.
Mustaches are
the
illegal.
majority of them are felons can vote after completing prison term and parole and probation, or can vote after completion of prison term and parole. After they're out and done their parole, they're allowed to.
Yeah.
Some states require them to re-register, but
That makes sense.
It does sound like while you're incarcerated,
Yeah, while you're incarcerated,
you're not allowed to vote.
But once you've done your
Done your time and your parole,
I don't see any
your
problem
rights
with that.
are. I've got no problem with that whatsoever.
You ever backed into a parking spot?
Well, truck drivers back
They
into
always
this
back.
parking spot.
But did you know that it's illegal? You may not back into a parking spot because it prevents officers from seeing the license plate.
Oh, really? Nice.
Of course, here's the biggest one that we care about. Oral sex is illegal. Yeah, blow me. Can't. Sorry, it's illegal.
Can't do that.
No one may catch a fish with his bare hands. No noodling.
Damn it.
What if noodling gets you sexually aroused? That's 2 felonies right there. While backing into a parking spot?
I don't think they're felonies you're naming off. They're just stupid laws.
Mustaches are illegal if the bearer has a tendency to habitually kiss other humans. Come here, big boy. What if a mustache man kisses another mustache man?
Ooh. I don't know.
They could tickle? Hell, I don't know.
Check forgery can be punished with public flogging.
Sweet. I think more things should be punished
But
with public flogging.
no more than 100 stripes.
Oh, you want to pass that down?
Oh, sorry.
See if Brian wants some.
Oh, I'm good. Doesn't matter now anyway.
I took yours.
That's the good stuff.
Yeah, that's the good stuff. What's that other one? The strawberry still?
Strawberry, yeah.
Peach or the pears?
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I threw it back down in my bag.
The state of Indiana, the value of pi is 3. Not 3.15. It's 3.
1-4.
3.14.
Shut up.
157.92372.
Pi, cow, horse, dog. 3.14185551212 and I know.
Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Yep.
9, 10, 11, 12,
Oh,
13, 14,
here we go.
15 wheels on a big rig.
Hotel sheets must be exactly 99 inches long and 81 inches wide.
Nice. I'll have to measure those next time I stay in a hotel.
Waitresses may not carry drinks into the restaurant or bar.
Into the what?
I don't quite understand that one, but do they go out and buy them on their own?
No, if it's like, okay, you guys are sitting somewhere and I'm your waiter and I carry drinks to you,
Yeah.
that's legal. But if I carry them from outside inside to the bar, that's illegal.
Well, that makes sense.
Okay.
That makes sense, though. 'Cause
She's ran to the fucking next door neighbors and stole some shit.
What happens if the waitress goes out and finds out you guys leave and comes back? She's carrying drinks back into the bar. Can't do that. I'm stuck out here. Break time.
Just chuck the tray.
She chucked you tray chucker. So yeah, anyway. But that's things we talk about on the break. Someday we're going to have to do an off-the-air segment, just podcast only. Things we say off the air.
Nope.
Which I believe the Metal Madness wanted to do that.
Oh, I heard something about that. Yeah, today.
I think they decided it was a bad idea too.
Yeah, I was like after I can't remember what they was calling it, but
Off the air, Topher!
don't know. The only guy that's on both is not here at the moment, which means we can say chatty, 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 and we don't have to hear nothing.
right.
That's 4 chetties. You have to show up now. That's a law.
Is it?
Any more than 3.
Will we come out of the mirror and kill you?
Did you guys ever get the After Hours Metal Madness thing going?
We did for like one day a week.
You
It
know,
was
just
like
have the
Monday.
recordings of what you guys talk about during the breaks.
No, like it's literally just like talking about the after hours stuff is for Metal Madness is like basically talking like what songs are coming up and this, that, and the other, and a little bit about the music and.
Well, you guys are boring because we talk about everything on the break.
Well, like the actually like what happens during the breaks is logistically really hard to do unless I left it running, and then that would mean another like 5 hours of editing through to pull out just what happened on the breaks.
I'd rather not do that anyway.
Yeah.
So
What we're talking about on the breaks is
You know what, Brian? I don't think
what we're
I'd go
talking about on the breaks.
Why?
because it's been 2 hours and your wife's update's only at 48%.
Oh yeah.
You might walk through the door and she's repeatedly hitting her computer
Yeah,
with the bat.
She sent me a picture earlier when we first started the show, and it was just she said this is gonna take forever, and it was at 2%.
you're right.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Which update was this?
Oh, she had to. Oh, I'm on them, but she had to reset her computer
Your
because it started
cousin
acting. Who?
Your cousin?
Why?
That's Kenny.
What's-
Standing by the car they just got out of Baker's.
Where'd that come from?
100. Wait a minute. 100 west
Oh.
and 900 north.
Somebody flipped it.
Yep. It's in a cornfield. No injuries.
That's good.
But, what were we talking about? Oh, no, it's...
Ambulance, you got a chance.
Hey,
hers
she got a
gonna be
$50
worse.
gift card. She might be able to get a new computer.
No. No.
This one's on sale for only $900, but I got a $50 gift card.
Hey, she was planning on buying the TV anyway. That was explained to me. So she actually just made it cheaper on us because she had the gift card. Because she thinks she has to have a TV in the bedroom.
Oh, see, what your deal is you don't watch her on Facebook. See, 12 hours ago, anyone want to go get lunch and go to Best Buy and PetSmart with me?
She went to Best Buy to buy stuff so she can save the pictures off the computer.
It's the PetSmart thing that she threw you.
No, PetSmart was to get more crickets for some damn lizard my daughter had to have.
A lizard. What, like a bearded dragon?
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't a bearded dragon. I can't remember what it is.
Oh.
It's not that big. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
a little bitty thing.
Because a buddy of mine raised bearded dragons for a while. Those things are pretty cool, but
Wrong way used to.
Yeah, wrong way.
Not no more.
No?
Because Sunday, Austin and Kylie and Angie went over and picked up that one of the cages they used to use.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
It's at Kylie's house now.
As of everything
Kylie's zoo is growing.
Yeah. One of these days, I'm gonna walk up there and they're gonna have the bearded dragon.
We still got to get that dog pen down there.
Yeah.
Good thing is it's free.
Did her. I just realized that my wife sent me that picture, and I never replied that it was beautiful.
What picture?
The one she's drawn for baby Bella.
Oh, okay.
Did all that by hand.
I'm still pissing people off by text. I'm sorry.
Not people, person. Well, okay, I guess you're pissing two off.
Hopefully it's like her and her man friend.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Man friend.
I hope it pisses
Can't
him
understand why people still hold that against him. Well, that's something to stick with your life, you dumbass.
off. Right.
That is a...
That's not something a judge is going to expunge from your record.
Right.
Sorry, buddy, that's stuck.
That's the...
Oops. No, there's no oops.
Meh.
There's no oops in that, Bustard. It was intentional.
Technically, if you keep texting her, she'll run out of minutes.
But I know nothing. But I know that this is going to happen. I was like, sure. Molesters always say that.
Yeah. I didn't mean to.
Right? God.
I've known one guy that went to jail for that.
Yeah.
He got back out. He tried his hardest, did it again. Went back to court. Actually looked at the judge and told the judge, just throw the book at me, lock me up for life. He said, because I can't stop myself.
Huh. I get to call the
Admitted.
doctor.
I'm not. Oh, he said, if you give me 5 years, I'll get out again. Do it again. He said, lock me up for life.
Yeah.
You got to give a guy. He knows that.
Yeah.
It's not respect, but at least he admits he knows.
Yeah.
There's
I have a problem.
I have a problem, and there's no fix for it.
Yeah. If you don't keep me away from that, I'm going to continue to have a problem.
Yeah, and he admitted to the judge that, and told the judge, "No, give me maximum."
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Well, didn't Charlie Manson say, you better never give me parole because I'll go right back to what I was doing before?
I don't know.
They were afraid of Charlie Manson because he talked people into doing that. But
Things you learn.
if he wouldn't have got so all the shit he said, but I guess before he went to prison, I guess he was charismatic. I mean, he talked himself into like $1 million house parties, and he's king shit in LA for a while because of his charisma.
Yeah. Well, I saw a documentary on Jim Jones.
Yeah.
He used to sell monkeys door to door.
I know he was in Indianapolis for a while.
Yep.
I used to work with a guy whose parents went to that church.
Oh, seriously?
He didn't get real nuts till he moved to California, though.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, when he left Indianapolis and moved wherever he went to after that, I don't know if it's California or not, but that's when the really weird shit. But I guess wasn't he on a bunch of pills too at the end?
That I don't know. Jim would know better than that because he knows a lot about him for some reason.
I think that, I think he was on a bunch of different chemicals at the end. Just pills he was taking, this, that, and the other.
I don't know, but the documentary, man, they said he was exceptionally smart and he could pretty much sell ice to an Eskimo.
Yep. But yeah, he had a church in Indianapolis, and then he moved from Indianapolis to something, and then after wherever he went next was when he went and formed his.
Like Jim Jones, like Kool-Aid Killer.
Mm-hmm.
The
Kool-Aid Killer. But he used to pull her wagon around with monkeys in the wagon and go sell them door to door.
Huh.
Hey, honey, look what I bought.
more power to him.
Hey, if you can make a living from it.
Right. if you can make a living by like walking around town.
Hey, Stormy Daniels going to be in Indianapolis this weekend.
Is it this weekend?
Is it this weekend? I don't know. I just heard it on the radio a couple times this week.
I know. We're looking for a man cave intern to go
down there and check it out for us.
Get a picture taken that says to the man cave.
It's someplace I'd never heard of. Down off of Lafayette Road or something.
They got one in Evansville, Indianapolis, and Fort Wayne. She's going to beat all three.
I heard the name, but I can't remember what the hell it was. I just know they said that she was going to be in Indianapolis. See, Trump's porn star.
Yeah.
But I guess if that's the worst you got to worry about if he slept with a porn star, it's not so bad.
I don't see. I haven't had anybody apply for the intern, the man cave intern.
Yeah.
Wonder why.
Why? They get to go to a porn place.
Here's $20. That should cover her charge and everything, bastard. Anything else, it's on you.
Right. Anything above and beyond the $20 is.
That's all you. I don't even know what one of them places look like.
I haven't seen one since.
It's been a while. I drove past them a couple times.
I drive past them every day, but I don't want to go in them.
Not really.
But actually, I think the last time I was with one was with Bill, and that was the '90s. He's busy.
Yeah, I'm making fun of people.
Last time you were in a strip club?
Oh, Jesus.
20 years? I know it's a good 20 years for me. Easy. Probably 23?
It's been less than 20 for me.
When did you get married?
Was in between.
It'll be 19 years.
What year?
In July.
So it's been 19. It's been around 19 years for us.
Probably at least 15 or 16 for me.
It's got to be.
Because I was working at the juvenile center last time I went to one. How long ago was that? Well, I can tell you, 18 years, because I had a 2000 Dodge Neon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's been at least almost 20 since I've been to a strip club.
We need to go to one then.
Just to walk in. Yep, there we go. All right.
Yep. Topless women.
Beer's overpriced.
Watered down drinks. Overpriced beer.
And now we all smell like French horse.
Get your finger smashed against the wall.
Get your nose broke. Bastard. Still owe you. He's getting married. Hey, Pat, what? Free bird. Fuck you. Scatter.
They get mad when you yell free bird. We did find that out.
Would you please stop asking for that?
Would you quit yelling for that? When the bouncer comes up and asks you and the manager, you know it's probably a good thing to quit yelling free bird.
The DJ doesn't have it.
No, he had it. They actually told us the song's too damn loud.
Too loud or too long?
Too long.
Too long.
Too long. And some of the dancers was wanting them to play it. So they told us to quit yelling it. Because we had the dancers even yelling free bird. Yeah, free bird. Song's too damn long. It's like 8 minutes.
Right.
And I got a Nevada with the drum solo. Where's the dancer? She passed out about 8 minutes.
That was the same night I ended up on stage with no shirt.
Yep.
Sure.
That was the guy.
They were all innocent. 24 years working at a prison, and they were all innocent. Amazing.
You know what? I didn't do it.
I didn't do it either. But I have proof. But when you sit in the damn police department and admit you did something, you're a fucking chomo. I'm sorry.
Judge didn't like me.
Judge, I didn't do it. I'm innocent.
I'll tell you what, though, when I went through...
well, I told Angie once when I was working in prison, I said, child molesters are some of them are some of the nicest people you ever meet. She's like, well, you wouldn't think that.
Because they don't want to get their ass kicked.
Well, that, and I said, how are you going to attract kids being an asshole?
Right.
Ah, touche. Yep. So, do you remember when we went through our court training for MCCC?
Vaguely.
Do you remember we went and saw Spencer? Judge Spencer? C.
He's finally retired now, right?
Yeah, well, he had to because they found out he was drunk for one on the bench. But everybody in the court, he was drunk.
Oh.
And his coffee cup was not coffee. Well, it was more Irish than coffee. But everybody in the courtroom knew if he kept his head down and his eyes closed, you were probably going to get off with a fine. You know. Mm-hmm. But the minute he raised his head, anybody from that point on was screwed. And we just happened to be there. He's giggling because he's now having fun making fun of her. We were in there, and this guy was in there for theft at a huge box store.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, he always had his hand down on his thing with his eyes closed because he knew everything by heart.
Yep.
So he said, you know, by law, blah, 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 blah. Do you have anything to say about it? I said, you could fuck off. And his head popped up. And then the groan went through the damn the room. Oh, no. That's molesting. Take it, finish it, and get it away from me.
Pat's going to chug the rest.
Nope, Pat's done. Pat got yelled at.
Did he?
If you don't want it, I will gladly take it.
Sorry.
What's a grown ass woman?
Huh?
What's a grown ass woman?
I don't know.
Was?
Yes, I don't know.
White ass.
White ass woman. Grown white ass woman.
How racist.
White, wide, however you want to put it. But
I'll give her that. She knows him. In the biblical sense. Drink it. Finish it. I'm done.
Yeah, I don't put it back up here. It's all yours.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys actually, like, tapped out?
I have to drive.
Well, there's like
I'm talking
4
about the other
bottles.
people.
Oh, I don't.
Brian can stumble home. It's downhill.
No, I gotta get uphill for a little bit, and then I can roll the rest of the way.
Yeah, but if you get a head of steam, you can go down and then turn real quick and go up. By the time your body realizes what happened, you're halfway up the hill.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be mad at you guys telling me, like, here, drink alcohol.
Here, drink this.
No! Ow! Stop!
Here, drink this
Please.
and shut up.
It's been a long day, too.
Yes,
I've been
it
up
has.
since 4:30.
3.
I have not been up since that. 6 o'clock, since I've been up since 6.
You know how bad it is when your body, you wake up at 2:30 and you go, no.
I was.
No, I do that every
God
day.
damn, it was hot out there today, too. I was sitting on that drill.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Jesus. Pretty bad when you walk outside and it feels like you add an extra layer of clothes.
I had to step out of my truck to be cool. You know, when your transmission's running 250 degrees.
Well, I've got a little bitty seat right here, and I got the big 6-cylinder diesel motor right behind me.
You got the umbrella?
No.
No umbrella?
No umbrella. He's got to buy me an umbrella.
That's some bastard. Won't give you an umbrella.
Won't give me an umbrella. All he has to do is get me one of them big, ones for a...
A beach umbrella?
No, I want one of them big bastards you put on a table. It's adjustable.
Oh, you can bend and...
Yeah, where you can
It's
change the
raining out
angles.
here. I don't feel nothing. Oh,
Shut up, Mikey. Keep going.
You're under the bridge. You're under the umbrella.
No, I actually shot under a bridge.
Did you?
Well, the highway went under the bridge too, but we had to be way back here to where I actually went underneath the railroad tracks. We was 25 foot deep for a minute. We started out, we went 4, and then you stayed 4. Next thing you know, it's 11, and then it's like 19, and then it's 25, and then it's 25, and then it's 25, and I was flat the whole damn time.
You're like,
Elevate.
the gauge is broke.
Train tracks across the highway.
Oh, okay.
Bridge across, so, but where it was set up, we had to be back to where we was. It all worked out. We made it, got it back, and then had to go put tracks on a excavator. A little mini excavator.
Yeah.
That was a treat. But it took half the time everybody thought it would.
Bill's. Good thing she gave you simple. What? Huh? I don't know. My wife's talking about something.
Huh?
I have no idea.
She's speaking in tongues again?
Oh, never mind.
Oh. You're reading in tongues. That's what's happening.
I had to read my text.
That's always a hard thing.
But no, you had issues with the train guys last time we talked. Mikey got stuck, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Have you seen those groups of guys lately?
No, we're on a different totally job now.
Oh, okay.
That was down in Princeton. Now we're over north of Cincinnati.
Gotcha. I think Brian got somebody. Not Brian technically, but Brian's group of people got somebody fired. Deservingly so.
Well, that happens.
They didn't like him anyway, and that was a pretty good reason because it was all on tape. Now all they got to do is ask him, why were you parked here at this time during the day?
Yeah.
Why didn't you move for this guy?
Because I didn't want to. Well, guess what? Now you're not going to want to go look for a job, but you are. I could not be in human resources at any company.
No.
Pat, you get to go fire Jay. Sweet.
Why? Because you're a dumbass.
Mr. I have no emotional... What's Libby say it? I have emotional constipation. I do not give a shit. You tell me to do something, I will do it in a heartbeat. I do not care about feelings or anything. Which is why I don't talk a lot to most people.
I've had to lay guys off before, and I didn't like that.
I've told somebody, they're like, you're a heartless bastard. If it does not affect me and mine, I do not care. Now, stretching that, me and mine is my family, my friends, me, myself, and I. Since I'm fat, there's 3 of us.
What happened to Irene?
Huh?
What happened to Irene?
Me, myself, and Irene.
I don't see her anymore.
Okay.
Irene, what's it? What is it? Black Hawk Down.
Irene.
Is it Irene? It's just, what's he saying in the car? The motherfucking Irene, or something like that. I don't know.
I can't remember.
Let's talk Cannonball Run.
Cannonball Run. I guess they're trying to start that again, ain't they?
The race has always been there, but I'm waiting on the remake because they're remaking all the movies.
Is that slated? I know we talked about casting.
I actually bought the book by the guy who originally came up with the Cannonball, and it was come up with to protest the national 55-mile-an-hour speed limit.
Right.
Yeah, it's he was a race car driver. It's
Brock Yates. He wrote for Car and Driver for. But
the race was actually, like you said, to protest the 55-hour.
And I'll tell you what, man, he hates Ohio cops.
Oh yeah,
the entire state of Ohio. I'll tell you what, I can't blame him. God, that's some of the worst drivers I've ever seen.
Florida.
I don't know.
Detroit. Do not go to Detroit unless you want your car tagged. It's gonna happen. I don't
go to Detroit unless I'm going through Detroit into like Canada.
I don't go to Detroit unless I want raped or killed, or both.
I just straight up the only time I even get in close is like I'm heading to Windsor.
Rumor has it Detroit's getting 3 new car factories
to ruin just like they.
Well, they're Japanese, so the unions won't be allowed in.
Right. No,
which will go over like a turn.
No, there was a guy that.
Yeah, but if they need work, people wanting to work.
Union is union.
There was a guy. He's a car dealer from Georgia. He was enamored with the whole Cannonball Run thing.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Ed Bullion.
Yeah.
and he actually beat the
Time?
coast to coast time. And there's still like the guys that call it like the I can't remember what they call it, like
Richard
the 1420.
holds one of the records.
No, Ed Bullion has the single person coast to coast.
Oh no, this is a team.
Well, the Cannonball Run was always a team.
Yeah, this
Of 2 or 3.
Right.
But he left like the Red Ball Garage in New York City.
Yep.
And made it to the...
It was a bar or a lounge in California.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but they were going so fast that when he tried to use his American Express card, they denied it.
Because he couldn't be in the two places?
Yeah, because they're like, there's no way you can use your American Express card here to fill up. Then X amount of time be here to fill up.
Really?
So he had to call them on the phone and tell them that he was standing there trying to fill up his car because he outran their algorithm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, here it is. It says...
Ed Bullion.
Technically, David Deem and Doug Turner in 1983 did the Cannonball Run in 32 hours and 7 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But that time has been beat
by
Ed Bullion.
Dave Black, and Dan Hogue.
Richard Rawlings and some Collis, the guys, they smashed the record by 32 minutes. But it didn't actually fall because Yates shut the Cannonball Run down.
Well, I'm saying David Black, Ed Bullion, and Dan Hogue actually did it in under 29 hours.
Yeah, they did it in a Mercedes-Benz. And, like, if you go on to YouTube, they have, like, a YouTube series called the Finn Wiki.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And he talks about how and why he picked this Mercedes.
I think that's the same one where... go ahead.
He picked the car because it had, like, a hydraulic leveling suspension. And they put a big, huge gas tank
fuel tank in the back of it. And the car leveled with the fuel tank automatically as they were driving.
Yeah, here it is. GPS company says Ed Bullion and team made the trip in 28 hours and 50 minutes.
Yep.
But I think it was that same VinWiki. It was talking about racing in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
So we need sponsors.
Talking about the 2 European brothers that bought a racing team and
Says
they would drive the race cars to the track.
Yeah.
And just crazy shit.
Yeah.
So you're saying we need sponsors to
They
come
need
together to break the record from coast to coast.
They did. The souped-up Mercedes reached a speed of 158 miles an hour and the average speed of 98 miles an hour, and they needed laser jammers and bedpans.
They never stopped.
So, yeah, it's the record is now 28 hours.
Why
and 50
bedpans?
minutes.
You can just take a hose.
Well, if you got to take a shit,
Wow.
that's a big hose.
I want to say, if you turn around and just pee in this little cup and it funnels straight out to the road.
Yeah. I mean,
if airplanes can do it.
most of the time, they held it until they stopped for gas.
Totally.
Then it was like
cut out the back seat.
It was they
drop it directly on the floor or on the ground.
They waited until they stopped for gas because you got to realize they're filling up not only the tank in the car, but the big, huge extra tank in the...
Oh, yeah, so they had 5 minutes worth of filling up anyway, probably.
Yeah, so they ran inside, did what they had to do...
And left.
And
like I said, literally, a hose with a funnel, you can pee in the funnel. Like,
I've seen that as a urinal in a garage plenty of times.
Straight out the back of the car.
Because there's putting a funnel with a hose to the outside. Cut a hole in the wall, drill a hole in the wall.
There's still like guys that will get together and run coast to coast.
Yeah,
these guys.
And they'll get up teams and stuff, and like, and one set of guys did it in like a hearse. Another set of guys did it in an ambulance just because
the Cannonball Run.
The Cannonball Run. one set of guys did it. They
In a military flagship or flag car. Like
they bought a Chevy Caprice, painted it olive drab, put white stars inside of it, and drove it across the state just because it was done in the Cannonball Run.
Right.
And totally legal.
I want to do a Mitsubishi with a blacked out front with the
right, watching behind the green door as you're driving down the road.
Yeah. Jackie Chan.
But I mean, I think
you'd have the only person that could be my co-pilot in that car would be you to match Jaws.
No, see what you got to do? You got to find somebody that actually looks like the Pope and let him drive. Because when the cop pulls over, he's going to walk up, see the Pope, turn around and walk away.
They're flashes.
He goes, I don't know. Who's in the car? I don't know, but whoever it is has got the Pope as their driver.
Right.
You're not ticketed in that car.
Look, let's stick these rosary bleeds up your nose.
These bleeds.
But I'm reading here, they said that this looks pretty good. They actually call it, the guy in the movie says, you are all certainly the most distinguished group of highway scofflaws and degenerates ever gathered together in one place. Ed Bullion, however, prefers the term fraternity of lunatics.
Yeah.
There was another
funny.
Gumball Rally.
That was Gumball Rally.
That was a good movie.
Whoever you were, you got a text on a pager, and it just said Gumball. That means you had to drop wherever you were and take off towards L.A.
Because the what's his name that was like
we'd have a total of
Bison.
like 10 hours head start from here from the East Coast.
Well, it doesn't matter. Whoever does the fastest time from where you're at wins. So we're at a disadvantage to people that have to leave New York.
But like
unless we can do it faster,
we have to beat the New York people by 10 hours.
Yeah.
Or 12 hours or 10 or
but like
whatever.
the
14,
movie
depending on
Gumball Rally, they started at the Red Ball Garage, just like
actually, wasn't Cannonball Run made after Gumball Rally?
I don't know.
I think Gumball Rally.
I totally want to find sponsors and say, all right, if you pay for this, yada yada yada, we will get
there
the car.
There is not one sponsor that's going to put their name on that car that's going to break every law.
No, you don't phrase it that way. To set the new record from coast to coast in the United that way they're connected to the new record.
Mercedes has already got the record, because both the last two records were done in Mercedes.
Well, then
Stafford, you been in there learning the teachings of the flope?
What's funny?
The flope. Yeah, your flat earth pope.
Have you tried
flat earth
strawberry?
Yeah,
that's why he ain't been in here. He's studying the writings of the flope.
The flat earthers.
What's
funny
is
he's
though
the one that killed that. I got the peach.
No, I heard you talking about the flat earth pope on your show last week.
No, here's the thing. Now it takes around 30 hours to get from New York to LA, but you're cooking.
You know what's really hilarious though is the last 2 times Ed Bullion has drove coast to coast has been with all police officers.
I have no doubt.
Yeah,
they've done it as a
promotional thing.
To raise money for fallen officers and their families.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. You say, look, let's break the record. We get corporate sponsors. We raise money to do this, to build the car, and then we enlist the police departments all across the United States to break this and raise some money for whatever, and let's hit at least 28 hours flat.
Well, here's the thing. Do you actually know the name of the race? The official name of the race?
No.
It's not the Cannonball
Coast
Run.
to Coast.
George's Grocery Run?
Sea to Shining Sea Memorial Trophy Dash.
Yeah, the Sea to Shining Sea.
That totally sounds like something from Mario Kart.
Right?
That's Rainbow Bridge.
Rainbow Bridge, there.
But it's like it's funny because he's like it's really weird riding in a police car full of cops and you're doing 100 mile an hour down the interstate and you get pulled over.
The new record was set in 2006 of 31 hours and 4 minutes, set by Alex Roy and David Marr. And they did it in a souped-up BMW M5.
Yep.
What's his name? Did it in 28 hours and 59 minutes.
I'm serious. YouTube.
That was as far as
What do you put
what
it
I
into?
looked up, the lid is
VinWiki.
coast to coast.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is like you get like other stories like I don't know if you guys ever heard of like Randy Probst, like the race car driver.
Really familiar, yeah.
He talks about like his first car, and he talks about how he got interested in like racing Volvos and like 24 hours of lemons. And like
Lemons.
Lemons.
Lemons?
Lemons.
Oh, the one that was like ghetto.
Yeah.
Like hoopy.
Yeah.
You can only spend so much on the car.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I could totally get involved in that one.
The cool thing about it is like you can only spend like $500 or $600 on the car.
Man, I've got 3 cars ready right now.
Yeah, does that include scrap? Like, if you just take scrap, it doesn't cost you anything? That was just laying in the back that was rusting?
Yeah, like
Can you use that and not
if I
count
go to
towards the
Roger,
500?
like if I go to my cousin Roger and be like, hey, do you have any running cars I can buy from you from scrap price?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to take it to and race it. I don't care if it has a VIN, like a legal VIN or not, because it's not going to be driven on the street.
Right.
That's perfectly fine.
Awesome.
And they don't take into consideration any type of thing for safety. So if you spend money on like a roll cage and like your 5-point harness and like a seat
That's
and
not
stuff,
counted towards the price.
that's not counted towards the price.
That makes sense, because that's, yeah.
It's a safety thing.
Yeah, that's totally understandable.
But you can't like buy a car for $300 and then drop like $5,000 into the engine, transmission, and rear end,
And expect to
and
do
expect them to be like,
But my question is now, like, if you had your garage or your dad's garage
Mhm.
or a combination of both, and be like, I'm going to get this $125 car. I'm going to take what I have in my garage, put it into it, make sure it runs.
They have what they call a tech inspection, where they kind of call bullshit on something.
Like, what I didn't pay for it. I got it out of the junkyard.
But they'll call bullshit on like it. Okay, you bought this car for $200, but then you swapped like a turbo LS into it. They're gonna call bullshit because
Right, but you turn around and go like, but I got the turbo LS. I got the LS from the junkyard for $125.
It doesn't matter.
And the turbo for $175.
They'll call bullshit on it, and you'll be assessed penalties.
So
you got to look at the rules. It's
No,
crazy.
but
if you walked in there, if they open up the hood and it's just a clean motor, and you say, "Hey, I just sprayed it off to make sure nothing was leaking," they'd probably let that slide.
Right.
Well, no, my question
Right.
is though, if you can turn around and you go, here's all of my receipts for everything that you see
doesn't
right
matter.
there, and it doesn't get to where
it's
you're
an
at.
It's assessed during tech.
It's assessed value.
If you
not
try to
actual
claim
value?
you've got a turbo LS for $125, that's because someone gave you a false damn receipt.
Exactly, and that's
Right,
and that's where they get like the whole like assessed during their tech.
You know, if
thing.
you come in there and you say, "Here's the car, $300, and here's for $100 gasket set," that's why the motor is clean.
Right.
That's
Right,
okay.
but
That
you're
makes
like,
sense.
I bought the car for $100 from a scrapyard.
Okay.
Everything was rocking and rolling. I bought an LS motor for $175. I grabbed a turbo kit for another $175.
And they'll call bullshit.
Here's the receipt of where I got it online.
Like, and I'm serious.
They're
They'll
gonna call
say bullshit, and they'll assess you penalties.
Even though like everything
Yes.
would be perfectly legit.
Yes.
I'd call bullshit on that.
Well, I just
but
Well,
that's-
you're not going to
but
find
that's
an
the
LS
thing.
motor for $175.
But that's the
Right.
thing about the
Actually,
24
if you
hours.
do like the pick and pull, like I looked at them, they're not much higher than that.
Yeah, but you have to be there the moment they put that
Right,
truck.
but
there's
whatever.
a waiting list, isn't it, for the LS motors?
Depending
To-
on which
The way I
lot
understand
you're
it,
on.
there's guys that pay people to sit there in the morning.
Exactly. And wait.
Right, but but if you hit that, and if you're like everything
But
is
they'll-
golden for you, and
but
everything
they'll-
literally, legitimately
But
is
they'll
100%, and they flag you on that,
They
I
will.
would sue them.
Yeah. Good luck.
No, I would
But
totally call
that's
bullshit.
the thing, though. It's
I was like,
it's-
I did
it's all
everything
fun.
exactly by what you told me
all
to.
right, because you get
And
extra
you-
points,
You know what you're going to sue them and get? Nothing, because there's
Nothing.
no money in it.
right? Because
Right? But it's still
they'll
the fact
assess
that,
you,
like, you're assessing something when I played by the rules.
but they'll assess you extra points if you dress up your car fancy. Like, some people dress up their car to look like a big giant unicorn.
Oh no!
And they all wore like unicorn onesies to race in. So they got extra points because of that. It's all in the ridiculousness of it.
Right, but if I could turn around and make a car that goes really, 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 really fast for little bit of money, and you're gonna like dock me for it because I paid a little bit of money, like, oh, we don't believe you. Well, I think you're fucking retarded.
They actually
you live in California.
They actually have like an assessment for that. You can say like,
I thought of a way we could do it.
You could go like buy like a Camaro and swap a bigger motor into it, and they have like a point system to like assess the car as you have built it to race at the race.
Then they should remove the dollar amount and just say, if you build it this way, this is how many points. Not how much money you spend on it, because there's Jews everywhere. As the Jew in me,
that's just how it's evolved.
I was thinking we go find an old car, and then you go driving around all these old farms because you always see old tractors everywhere.
Yeah,
right.
And every diesel tractor after a certain year has a turbo on it.
Yeah.
So you go up there and you ask that guy, "Hey, how much you want for that turbo off that tractor?"
Yeah.
Then you figure out how to plumb that turbo onto whatever motor you got.
How many turbos you got on that thing? 26.
26. It's all free.
Listen,
but based on how I phrased my thing, you would be fine or be assessed because you had all those turbos. Well, no matter how much money you spent on it, they would call bullshit on it, and you would be assessed for it.
See, I'm not going out there looking to win, though. Yep.
Here's the thing,
I wouldn't look to win either, but I would just like a fair shake from the get-go.
Let's just break this down for a second.
If I can be as Jewish as possible and make it as cheap as possible to make a really cool fucking thing.
The guy that holds the record now, that did it in 28 hours and 51 minutes.
We're talking about the Lemons race.
This is the Lemons.
I'm just talking about the thing. This is what he did now. You think about it. He broke the car down. He spent $9,000 updating his car. Mm-hmm. He put 3 gas tanks in there.
Yeah.
The spare tires sit in the back seat with the navigator. Mm-hmm. And they took
what was in the passenger seat?
The other driver.
Third person.
So they like
Cannonball Run was usually a three-person team.
Right, but I'm saying the second driver actually had a steering wheel and
no, they stopped a total of 43 minutes the entire time.
The guy in the passenger seat slept, the navigator was in the back, and they had a driver.
And then they had a driver, and then they stopped, changed.
Yep, and they had front rear jammers.
I would do that in front. Like
he had a switch.
The guy in the back was sleeping while the guy in the second.
He literally said he had a switch in his car that he would flip, and the taillights would go out, and the jammers would come on.
Yeah, and they also had people lining the interstate
looking for
in
cops.
Front of them, telling them where the cops were.
I would totally have
cops,
I would totally have like CB
everything.
CB stuff in there just immediately. So like, how's it looking? Or at least a pace car.
Well, they had. He said that he had guys. They blew through New York, Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, and a little part of Tennessee.
What about Ohio and Pennsylvania?
In Pennsylvania, in 5 hours. That's cooking.
That's cooking, considering like I went to New York City from here in 10. And that was like cutting as much as I fucking
I thought
could.
we were cooking when we went from Indiana to Georgia in 6 hours. In the tempo!
I made it from here to New York City in 10 hours and I was like, well, hell yeah, I cut like 2-3 hours off of the thing.
Yeah, I made it from here to Baltimore in 10 hours.
I made it from here to your mother. Oh, sorry.
I was cranking.
All right, we're done.
I think we're finished.
But I'm just.
We're going to go out and find us some lemons.
24 hours
I got one
lemons.
sitting in Jim's garage.
No, it's outside.
Yeah, the engine's sitting inside.
Well, we need to push that thing into the garage and
get it finished.
Finish it.
I've got the tool finally.
Oh.
How long have you had the tool finally?
3 weeks. I've been busy.
Everybody's been busy.
right?
It's summer.
Right?
Everybody's
it's spring.
schedule speeds up during the summer.
Actually, technically, okay, let me get something straight. I don't have the tool.
Who has it?
Chetty.
Oh, okay. Right. But it's that time of night. We're going to have to bid you a fond adieu.
Fond adieu?
Is that bye?
Farewell.
Fond adieu.
We're going to go downstairs to
saying
the...
goodbye.
Fondue. Ain't that where you dip bread and cheese?
we're going
That's
to...
fondue.
Oh.
Fondue. Yeah, right. We're going to go downstairs and adjourn to the Hammered Dwarf. And we will talk to you guys later.
The Hobbit Hole.
No, Jesus.
Or the Pixie, whatever.
Fat, drunk, and stupid. I like that one.
The pickle
Ooh,
pixie.
there you go. Let's go to Fat, Drunk, and Stupid.
All right. We'll see you guys
Drunk and
next
Stupid.
week. Same bat time, same bat channel. See you later.
See ya.
Bye.